It's time for Wisconsin race fans to gather round. Welcome to the Racing Roundup Show. Thanks for joining us for our 41st consecutive season. We are your destination for news and interviews from NASCAR, the Upper Midwest, and within the Wisconsin racing scene. The Racing Roundup Show is America's longest-running weekly motorsports show held in front of a live audience. You still have time to join the racing crowd for tonight's show. And now, here is the host of the Racing Roundup Show, Jim Trado.
Hey gang, how are you? Thanks for coming along for the ride. This is our September 30th show of our 2025 season. It's our final live Tuesday show, so you have two options. Stay where you are or watch this on demand, I get it. Or come on down and join us at Paulie's Pub and Eatery, 81st and Greenfield for one final time in 2025. Our 41st season comes to a close tonight at the home of the Racing Roundup Show since 2005 on Tuesdays. We had a great bunch of Benson Valley Bourbon Road shows. We have a great show again planned for you this evening as well. Come on down and join the racing crowd. I see some people got the memo about wearing a classic or vintage racing t-shirt. Thanks for doing that. Looking forward to having some fun tonight. Some great giveaways after the show as well, including 2 tickets to all 4 days of Oktoberfest this weekend. We got some great Anderson syrup. We've got some hats and shirts from Johnson & Sons Paving. We've got some merch from Napa and Oak Creek Automotive. We've got LD's barbecue gift cards. We've got a lot of cool things, including some pictures from Mary Frondorf. She had them autographed. Adam and Kyle Petty together. Richard and Kyle Petty together, autographed. We also have pictures from Mary. They're candidates of drivers in their cars. Trickle, Kowicki, and Majeski. So it's kind of cool. So we got a couple of Dick Trickle cars here because it's Oktoberfest weekend, right? Got to have something with Dick's name on it. He was the king of they actually have a race named after him, the Trickle 99. It's this Friday. We'll have a full preview of our Oktoberfest weekend. I'm looking forward to heading that way. So is our Dean Strom. So we're looking forward to that coverage on Track TV if you can't join us in person in La Crosse for the big to-do. A lot of great fans are here tonight. A lot of great sponsors are here tonight. It's Sponsor Appreciation Night. We appreciate every one of them for being part of our program here in 2025. It's our final show of the season. We're hanging out here at Paulie's Pub and Eatery, 81st and Greenfield. We're going to tell you that Bill Holland is here as well with a great report from a really big race this past weekend. That's what we come to expect, right, from the in the Groove segment with Bill Holland. So looking forward to having a bunch of fun. Short track results, NASCAR, and a whole lot more. Stick around. This is the Racing Roundup Show.
Thanks for tuning in to the Racing Roundup Show. Check out our website, racingroundupshow.com, and like our show on Facebook. Join us on Twitter and Instagram at Racing Roundup. We're coming right back after these messages from our awesome show sponsors.
It's the granddaddy of short track racing in the Midwest. The 56th running of the Oktoberfest race weekend. October 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th at La Crosse Fairgrounds Speedway. Don't miss the intense competition as drivers throughout the nation converge at La Crosse Speedway for 4 days of great stock car racing. On Thursday, see 6 divisions compete, including super late models, sportsmen, and double features for the La Crosse late model. Friday, 3 divisions will grind it out, including the super late models in the popular Dick Trickle 99. A 99-lap race run in 3 33-lap segments. Then on Saturday, 3 divisions, including the ASA Midwest Tour late model. Then it's the Big 8 late models battling for their season championship. Sunday we'll see the vintage race cars, late models, plus the granddaddy of all Midwest racing events, the Oktoberfest 200. 200 grueling laps of strategy, maneuvers, and hard-charging racing. Witness challengers and champions from across the nation battle side by side in Wisconsin's oldest and most prestigious short track racing event. Save with a multi-day wristband. It's the 56th annual Oktoberfest race weekend. October 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th at La Crosse Fairgrounds Speedway. Visit OktoberfestRaceWeekend.com for details and advance tickets. Be there.
Angler's Bar and Grill and Campground is your destination for relaxation and fun. There's a full-service bar and restaurant with 54 campsites with full hookups, all less than a mile from the beautiful Wolf River. It's where the locals go in Fremont, Wisconsin. It's also home to the Midwest Mower Racing Club. All roads lead to Angler's Bar and Grill and Campground in Fremont, Wisconsin. Visit their Facebook page for live entertainment and lawnmower racing schedules. Anglers Bar and Grill and Campground.
For your next purge or project, go with the pros. Source Services. Champion driver and Wisconsin Short Track Hall of Famer Dan Source founded Source Services in 1988 with 1 truck, 1 employee, and a tireless work ethic. Through the dedicated work of Dan and his employees, Source Services LLC is Southeastern Wisconsin's leading waste container rental company. Dropped and picked up by professionals, you can rent a dumpster for up to 60 days. Source Services sorts and recycles to reduce the amount of waste going into landfills. Go with the pros at sourceservices.com.
Jiffy Lube has locations across Wisconsin to serve you. Visit jiffylube.com to locate your store and to find the latest coupons and promotional offers. You're greeted by a friendly and knowledgeable staff. Grab a water or coffee and know you and your vehicle are in good hands. Windshield wipers, new tires, and alignments are a few of the many services offered. Jiffy Lube proudly features Pennzoil. There's a whole lot more than no appointment drive-up oil changes at Jiffy Lube. Welcome to personalized car care. Wisconsin race fans, find your store at jiffylube.com.
The Racing House. From Slinger Speedway to the Nürburgring in Germany, we have professional, state-of-the-art racing simulators that allow you to authentically experience any racetrack in the world in your race car of choice. Our mission here is simple: to bridge the gap between motorsport and accessibility. Book your session online. Visit www.theracinghouse.com. We are open to everybody, whether it's you, friends, family, or colleagues. Come in and race against each other. Welcome to the home of sim racing in Wisconsin, The Racing House.
Like our show on Facebook and share our content with other race fans. We hope to see you at one of our upcoming shows too. Join racers, other race fans, and win prizes. Now let's get back to more of the Racing Roundup Show.
Welcome back to our program. Glad to see you here on a Tuesday night. We're hanging out with a bunch of racers and friends at Polly's Pub and Eatery, 81st and Greenfield. They're coming in droves now. We still got a little room for you. Come on down and have some food, enjoy some great beverages, and enjoy the racing company here at the Racing House. Ben actually sit right here in front taking selfies. I don't know who or what. Maybe it's with Logan Julian, who just won his 4th feature tonight. Logan's hanging out with the racing crowd tonight. Hey, if you're looking to sell or buy a home or commercial property, choose the Rapina Group, Coldwell Banker Home Sale Realty. List and buy with confidence. Hire a realtor that has the knowledge and expertise to get your deal done. Not all realtors are the same. Knowledge is power. Hire the knowledge that you can expect. Choose Coldwell Banker Home Sale Realty and sell your house with the Rapina Group. Visit rapinagroup.com. It's time to remind you to watch Milwaukee's only TV motorsports show. The Racing Roundup show is this Saturday morning, 11:30 a.m. on CW18 Milwaukee. Among our great TV sponsors, we're grateful to have Oak Creek Automotive, Bonafide Safe and Lock, the Racing House, American Foundation Specialists, the Midwest Truck Series, HRP, Hefner Racing Products, LD's Barbecue, and Anderson's Pure Maple Syrup, supporting our involvement on the program. We couldn't do without them. We appreciate them very much, as well as Johnson & Sons Paving for sponsoring the In the Groove segment. We are happy to know that we have been had a bunch of fun all over the state, hanging out with a bunch of racers at a bunch of race tracks and a couple of cool places along the way. We certainly want to thank our friends at Benson Valley Bourbon for providing the sponsorship for our road shows this year, presented by Oak Creek Automotive. And with that, we say, welcome to the Racing Roundup Show. We are happy to be with you, and we're live in Frankfort, Kentucky, or thereabouts. We've got a gentleman who's in the middle of building on to a distributor called Benson Valley Bourbon. Russ Blakely, welcome to the Racing Roundup Show, and thanks for your support. How are you? You got us, Russ? All right. He's tipping back a cool one. Hey, Russ, how are you? You got us? All right, let's try him back. We'll get on the way with some NASCAR news here. No question, we've got a lot to cover. A little bit of time to do it. We want to make sure that Russ is ready to go. He's in the middle of actually building on and adding on to the Benson Valley Bourbon Distillery in Kentucky. So hopefully we'll reestablish here with Russ in a moment. I can tell you that the NASCAR report is brought to us by our friends at Interstate Batteries of Southeast Wisconsin. It's time for the Interstate Batteries of Southeast Wisconsin NASCAR report, as a matter of fact. They are a proud founding sponsor of Joe Gibbs Racing. Visit interstatebatteries.com to find a battery for every need at a dealer near you. Again, that website, interstatebatteries.com. Denny Hamlin had the fastest car throughout Sunday's Kansas Speedway Cup Series race, but his need for victory lane at the cost of what he claims is power steering loss and a rub with his driver, Bubba Wallace, certainly cost him the victory. He had the fastest car all day. Heading into turn 3, Hamlin went up the track, brushed against Bubba Wallace's Toyota. Into the wall went Wallace. They carried on. To the bottom from 10th on the green-white checkered restart was Chase Elliott. To the bottom he went with his Chevy. Matted it off of turn number 4. Hamlin came down and door dinged him, but not in time. The number 9 of Elliott went on to win at Kansas Speedway, locking himself in the next round of the playoffs. Brandon Jones had the fastest Toyota all weekend. He won practice, won the pole, and won the Xfinity Series race on Saturday at Kansas. It was a series record-breaking 16th straight top 5 finish for runner-up Connor Zilich. Sam Mayer of Franklin was scored 3rd in both race stages and ended up 16th on the lead lap. At the finish, he's ranked 3rd in points right now in the standings, ahead of Jones by 5 points. Parker Retzlaff from Rhinelander finished 27th at Kansas. On his off weekend from NASCAR in the Truck Series last weekend, Ty Majeski raced to a 6th-place finish in Martinsville at the 300-lap Martinsville race. Actually, it was a late model stock 200. They added 100 laps with a different series. But anyway, it's a prestigious race. Ty's won a couple of big ones. He's looking for the grandfather clock. Came up a bit short in Chad Bryant's machine. He finished 6th on Saturday. Ty sits 4th now in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series. They're back in action. They're racing for the very first time on the Roval in Charlotte this weekend, joining the Xfinity Series and Cup Series. Slinger resident Josh Blickey's entered in all 3 NASCAR National Series races this weekend, and Carl Long's Garage 66 for the 6th time this season. In the number 91 Rita's Italian Ice Chevy in the Xfinity Series for DGM Racing for the 19th time, and for the 2nd time this series, racing in the Nice Motorsports Chevy Silverado, number 41 in the Truck Series. Last time he's in that truck, the only time this year, he finished 7th in Lime Rock. So good luck to Josh this weekend doing all 3. All Brendan Butterbean Queen has to do this Saturday at Toledo Speedway is take the green flag of the ARCA Menard Series finale to become champion. I was there working with the NASCAR production team at Kansas on Friday when he won again his 8th race of the season and the strong performance by the PRG team. He scored his 8th victory, looking for win number 9 this Saturday at Toledo Speedway on FS1. With this being our last weekly show, I'll show you right now my picks for the NASCAR Championships. Cup Series, I'm going to say Christopher Bell. Xfinity, I'm going to say Connor Zilich. And for the trucks, I'm going to say, why not? Ty Majeski, right? Let's do this. Let's have some fun. Let's get it going. We are now going to welcome in a gentleman from the back row. He's sitting in the way back, but he's coming forward right now. It's going to be exciting to have him here. He actually handles the racing side of what is a very, very busy and building business. Matter of fact, they're adding on as we speak. Great to see that things are going in the right direction in the world of Hefner Racing Products, a great sponsor of our show. Let's welcome into the program the man behind the mission when it comes to racing. In a second, I got to do this for TV now, for CW18. Ready? Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Welcome to the Racing Roundup Show, and welcome Jeff Wessel from HRP, Hefner Racing Products. Jeff, thanks for coming on the show.
Oh, my gosh. Thank you so much for having me. It is absolutely fantastic to see so many great family and friends here in the house tonight, Jim. It just sets the tone for the 41st year of the Racing Roundup Show.
You've been a part of the show for a long time, Jeff, and I want to tell you that it's exciting to know that things are really going in the right direction in a lot of ways. You've been involved in motorsports as a driver, as a commentator, as a podcast host, as a radio show host, a great part of our show. But tell us what's going on today at Hefner Racing Products. Things are moving along.
Today, you want the exact update today. And my last time on this wonderful program, we were talking about the acquisition of the Hefner family buying the Pit Pal products. Today, the former owners, Jody Schmeiser and Dave DeVito, came up to visit Glenn Hefner Incorporated, Hefner Racing Products, and we got what I consider our final trailer full of items that they were going through, cleaning out their beautiful facility in Zion, Illinois. Today we got our PRI booth, which now means we have 2 booths for the Performance Racing Industries trade show in December. So it's going to be a very exciting next 70 days before we get ready for December.
So will you have Pit Pal products in your display, or just saying, go to booth 1791?
It's going to be a little bit
of the Hefner Racing Products and booth, whatever you are.
A little bit of both right now as far as what we're going to do. And this will be the only year that we're going to have 2 booths for the PRI show. We've been talking about expanding the Hefner Racing Products and now our Hefner Racing Products Pit Pal booth for 2026. We'll see how that comes along, but for now, we'll have the 2 booths. We're going to bring down Jody and Dave, the former owners of Pit Pal, who are still consultants to the company, to enjoy the show and guide us through of how the things that they've done for all the great years that they've ran their company.
And the PRI show we're referencing is the Performance Racing Industry Show. It's a national motorsport show that happens in Indianapolis. Thousands of people, literally thousands of people, and thousands of booths are there. Everybody involved in racing in the industry is there. You guys are now leading the way with the acquisition of Pit Pal, but more importantly, you guys have been on the leading edge with a lot of things when it comes to racing, and you're now adding on to the building you are in Hartford. So how's that going, and what's going to go in that area that you are now building to expand?
That building, 30,000 square feet addition to our property, is coming along very nicely. It's capped off, doors are up, heating going in, lights are going in, and I believe I am told we have a brand new laser machine from Germany that's inbound that should be installed and hopefully operating in November.
So you guys were doing laser cutting for a while, right? Was it water jet or laser or both?
Initially, I know the Hefters were involved with water jet cutting, and I think they hopped on early as far as laser cutting when that kind of came about, and whether it be the 80s or the 90s. And I remember visiting the facility on Duplainville in Pewaukee when they had their first, I believe it was a Bystronic laser, one of the first ones. Troy can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they focused a lot on the laser cutting, whether it be on the flat lasers, the tube lasers, and I think became innovators in not only our industry of motorsports, but of course on the industrial side of manufacturing that we're involved with.
When it comes to facilities, it's great. You guys do a lot of things for racing, but a lot of things involved with people that have UTVs, trailers, you want to customize your whatever you have to haul back and forth. We're talking about shelving units for trailers. We're talking about anything really you want to manufacture. You guys can pretty much handle, right?
Can handle, and now with the acquisition, it has expanded our offerings to the entire community. We just came off of 2 weeks ago a power sports show in West Bend at the Washington County Fairgrounds. That's more on the snowmobile and UTV side, and that's just the market that we need to continue to grow in as well.
How can we find out more about your products, Jeff?
Easiest thing, hrpracing.com, and of course I'm going to add pitpal.com, two of our sites. Eventually we're going to get them merged together, but right now it's kind of neat having the two separate entities online.
It sounds like a lot of things going on in the right direction in Hartford. How about a nice hand for Jeff Wessel for joining us here on the Racing Roundup Show, hrpracing.com. Thanks, Jeff.
Thank you, Jim. See you guys for the 42nd year of the Racing Roundup Show.
I love it. That's it for our TV portion, Jeffrey. Anything else you want to add? Anything else going on in the world of racing? You know, a couple of wings. Dale Blaney wins with a wing about a foot above his cage in Ohio.
And about 3 feet over to the right that we're used to. We've talked about this earlier in the season, Jim, as far as the sprint car wings, and hopefully I'm not boring anybody, but if you're a sprint car fan or open wheel fan, boy, the wings have been the thing in 2025. A lot of it started off when Kyle Larson and his car owner came out with that dropped lower right-hand sideboard. Paul Sivia came up with that. That was actually components that came from HRP, and that set the tone. Now we're getting calls to make those wings for everybody, which of course, I mean, if it's legal to do, which it is 100% legal to do, we've added that to our offerings for the sprint car guys. Jokingly watching the Outlaw race this past weekend, and it was awesome to see Dale Blaney and, of course, his brother Dave standing there.
Dave being the ingenious, awesome. And the ingenuity was there from Dave.
Can you not believe how ingenuitive that sprint car is? Not only just the wing moving over, but the shocks, the rod through shocks. They had to literally put holes in the nose wing of the race car for the shocks could work. That's awesome. It's kind of neat to see.
Yeah.
We joked after that win that Monday we were going to end up at the shop and we're going to be getting calls for people to say, hey, can you offset our wing 2 feet over on the top wing? But it's been neat to see. It's been a very interesting year for us on the technology and what the little things that we've done to the wings for our customer offerings. You can see it. You can see what it does to the car's handling, what the teams prefer, what the teams like. I could not be more amiss if I did not congratulate, sitting right in front of us, Logan Julian on one of the smoothest, cleanest races of the 2025 IRA Sprint Car Series. Ben Schmidt, MSA or a Plymouth champ, Kevin Karnitz. So many great championships that we have won as Hefner Racing Products with our wings. We appreciate all of our customers, Knoxville Nationals with Ryan Timms and their continued success with Shane Liebig. It's been a fun, crazy year. I don't know how Todd and Troy and the Hefner family have been doing it because, as far as an addition, business acquisition, keeping up with me.
Yeah.
But it's been fun, and I'm so proud of what we do and what I do and the people that help me out, my employees and my fellow employees. It's badass, Jim.
Jeff, thanks a lot for your involvement. It's glad to have you update. How about a big hand for Jeff Wessel, one of the busiest guys in all of motorsports.
Great to see you guys. Get ready for a lot of pictures before I leave.
HRPRacing.com. Thanks, Jeffrey. We now are joined by a gentleman who is with Benson Valley Bourbon. Benson Valley Bourbon is rooted in history and crafted for the future. It's crafted from the finest ingredients, just 2.5 miles from Buffalo Trace Distillery. And that's where we're headed to right now with our next guest on the Racing Roundup Show. Let's welcome into the program the man behind the mission, former racing from Wisconsin, now a man who is on the distillery front. And we're talking about the Bourbon Trail. Let's welcome in from Benson Valley Bourbon, Russ Blakely. Russ, thanks for joining us on the show. How are you?
Good to see you.
Better question is, where are you? It looks like you're in the middle of something big.
I have been pouring concrete all day. We just poured the walls for our new bottling building we're building. And we're getting ready for Bourbon on the Banks down here in Frankfort, Kentucky, which is a huge event that we are the title sponsor of here this weekend. So, been a little busy this week.
Old Kennebec is the distillery that was really, back in the day, that was one of the main distilleries around the area. We say Buffalo Trace, like, oh, everybody knows that as well. The Bourbon Trail is certainly a hotbed, but you are now one of the newer old distilleries coming back to life. What was the impetus for you to develop the brand, Benson Valley Bourbon, and now the High Rye Benson Valley Bourbon?
Yeah, so the property itself was started in 1934 as Old Kennebec Distillery. The town that it actually sits in 2 miles out of Frankfort was Kennebec. It was a town. And so the first brand that came out here was Old Kennebec and Benson Valley. So we were able to trademark those brands. So the later brands that came out of here were Ezra Brooks, and somebody else has kind of picked up those trademarks and moved it on. So we kept the two that were the initial two down here and trademarked them, and these are the bourbons that we're rolling with, and they're coming out with different variations of each blend, whether it's rye or wheated or different variations of what we're doing down here.
Whatever got you thinking, I want to do this as a living? I want to move to Kentucky. I want to make this happen. I know it's been a dream for a while, but when it finally came time to do it, what was was it a lifelong dream? Was it something that just came up you couldn't pass up? How'd that go, Russ?
No, I brought my trucking company down here to Kentucky about 14 years ago, and I owned the marina down the road, and I bought this property to store boats on it and found out the history of it. And it was kind of defunct. There was, squatters living in all the buildings, and we found the history of it, and I went, man, we need to bring this thing back to life, especially because of the bourbon in Kentucky, and what's going on with bourbon these days. And for us to be able to bring a property that had been dormant since '77, honestly, to bring it back to life is kind of turned into a passion when we found out the history. It wasn't a passion to start with. Had no clue that we were going to end up doing this, and very fortunate to be able to do what we do, and of course, get to go race and get to hang out with you guys and do all those things also.
I was going to bring that up. Your racing roots are still in Wisconsin. You mentioned 14 years ago now moving to Kentucky, but you have raced in the Midwest Truck Series this year. You're very involved with Jeff Storm's race car with Benson Valley Bourbon on the hood. That is a migration towards getting exposure here in the Badger State. How's the progression about having Benson Valley Bourbon available not just online, but here in the state of Wisconsin?
We're hoping that we can get our distributor locked up in Wisconsin within the next month.
Wow. Great.
I know I've been saying that for a few months now, but we're hoping we can actually lock it down and get everybody the bourbon that they need at the affordable price, because we are blue-collar people, as you notice. I'm full of concrete today. Doing blue-collar things, so our bourbon's priced right. We have great juice, and so we definitely want to be in the state of Wisconsin. It's my home, so we definitely want to be there. And so we're hoping the next month we'll start getting into your bars and your liquor stores in Wisconsin. We're working pretty hard on it, and hopefully we get it done real soon.
In the meantime, I've tasted it's delicious. How can we get it right now online?
So you can go right to our website, Benson Valley Bourbon, and order it through we have a distributor in D.C. that can ship to all the states, 45 of them, and so you can order it right online through our website. Or you can just come down and see me and hang out with me. I'll put you to work. You can come down and run the bulldozer or pour some concrete, and I'll sell you some bottles right here.
That sounds great. BensonValleyBourbon.com is the website. Buy it online, and it will be soon available here in Wisconsin. Russ, thanks for all your support on the show.
Hey, we appreciate you guys. Thank you for doing so much for us. You guys do an awesome, great job. Wish we could be up there in La Crosse this weekend racing. We got that big show this weekend, but we're going to miss La Crosse. We've done that every year for a long, long time. So.
I have a feeling we'll see you soon. We'll see the Benson Valley Bourbon bottles on the shelves here in Wisconsin in no time. Thanks, Russ.
Appreciate you guys.
All right, that was goodbye number one. You able to hang out, Russ, for another minute? Okay, I guess not.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I want to do two goodbyes because I want to say it's awesome to have you on the show. It's awesome to know we have been out with the Benson Valley Bourbon Road shows all summer long. So we've gone to Utica, we've gone to Cellar, we've gone to racetracks. People want to know more about it. They, on occasion, we've had a Jeff Storm sighting of maybe a little sampling. People are loving it. It's got to be cool knowing that this development is now just really coming to life. And I can't imagine what all goes into making it. And now, as of August 22nd, you've got the High Rye Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey going. And you mentioned other things, including grape juice. I mean, it's really going. Do you have time to sleep at all, Russ?
I don't do much of that. No. No, we especially when you got guys like Jeff Storm pushing us to make sure that race car runs around the racetrack.
Right.
So. And he's just as blue collar as I am. That guy's in a truck at 4:00 in the morning too every day. So, we kind of push ourselves to do what we do, and love and James Swan, right, in the truck series, and it was nice to come up and be able to race with you guys this spring. Wish I could have done it some more this year. Definitely next year we'll get back at it. We'll get back up there and do some more racing. But right now we're just in build mode down here and getting things done, and we got some great things coming down on horizon. We got our Benson Blaze, which is going to be our cinnamon whiskey. It's going to be outstanding, awesome. We got some the old Kennebec labels coming out next month, which we just did a 500 bottle run of that we're doing it for the Bourbon on the Banks down here as a special release. So we got some really cool things that are happening very quickly down here, and we're in Kentucky distribution. We're in our Kroger stores and our liquor stores, and our distribution is growing really fast down here in Kentucky because of our good whiskey, our good bourbon, and our great price point.
So I'm going to ask, how can we beg if someone that's watching this program or knows someone that is part of a distributorship here in Wisconsin, how can we get them to carry your products? I know you've been talking to everybody you possibly can, but if somehow, some way, someone can see this and magically go, we don't have Benson Valley Bourbon in Wisconsin. I bet you my friend at XYZ Distributorship might want to carry that brand. How do we go about doing that, or is it way above what I'm even thinking about trying to help you with?
262-501-8712. Just call me. I'll answer the phone.
Russ, thanks again. We appreciate your candidness. We appreciate your blue-collarness. We appreciate the whiskey. My goodness, Benson Valley Bourbon whiskey is amazing, and I encourage you to try it. And if you want to go online to buy it or stop down and see Russ, he'll put you to work. They have at the distillery, you can get that right there in Kentucky. As our Mark Goodman did it. He visited there a while back visiting family. So
yes, he did.
It's all possible. It's all part of it. And, Russ, we can't thank you enough for your support of our show.
Hey, we love you guys.
Thank you, man. Russ Blakely, everybody, with the Racing RoundUp program, sponsoring our Benson Valley Bourbon Road shows this year. Thank you, Russ, very much for your time and your efforts. And keep up the great work. We're looking forward to seeing that Benson Blaze Bourbon, Benson Blaze Cinnamon Whiskey. Benson Blaze Cinnamon Whiskey. I wrote it down. I wrote it right. I didn't say it right. Thanks again, Russ. We appreciate it.
Coming to you soon.
Hope to see you soon. We're coming right back with a lot more to cover. We've got Ben from the Racing House here. Mike Egan has come on through. Brad Miller's in the house. We just talked to Jeff Wessel. Charlie McCormick's on the way. We got a lot of folks to talk to and hang out with, so come on down and join the racing crowd. We're at Paulie's Pub and Eatery tonight for one final time in our 41st season, so come on down and join the racing crowd. We'll be right back.
Join the racing crowd every Tuesday night at 6 p.m. Central all season long. Share what you love about short track racing on our Facebook page and on Twitter and Instagram at Racing Roundup. We'll be right back with more of the Racing Roundup Show.
Johnson & Sons Paving is an asphalt and concrete paving contractor serving southern Wisconsin and proudly sponsors our weekly Bill Holland in the Groove segment. Trust the team of experts offering a full range of asphalt and concrete construction services for customers from Dane County to Fond du Lac and from Sheboygan to Kenosha County. Johnson & Sons Paving is proud to meet or beat their clients' timeline while exceeding expectations. Homeowners and business owners alike depend on the racers at Johnson & Sons Paving to stay on budget and to get in and out quickly while keeping their property safe and accessible at all times. For all of your asphalt and concrete needs, get started by going online to johnsonsonspaving.com.
Adams Towing offers expert heavy-duty towing services for the entire state of Wisconsin from their Plover headquarters. Since 1961, 3 generations of heavy-duty towing specialists and racing supporters have provided towing, flatbed, and reload service, plus winching and upright, long boom service, truck starting, and cleanup. Adams Towing proudly sponsors Ryan Farrell's Super Late Model team. Put Adams Towing and their experienced team and their fleet of heavy-duty tow trucks and rollbacks to work for you. Call Adams Towing today at 715-344-3836.
Get your whole family involved in affordable, competitive kart racing at Millwright Raceway in Dousman, Wisconsin, home of the Badger Kart Club. Walk the pit area, talk to racers, and check out the action from the grandstands. There's a play area for the kids and great food at the concession stand. Spectator admission is free. Badger Kart Club Points Racers and National Touring Series race on the challenging paved road course most Sundays from April through September. Badger Kart Club is well established and well respected. There's 15 classes and over 100 drivers racing every week. From ages 5 to 75, kart racing offers competition for generations of racers of all ages. Bring the kids and check out kart racing for yourself at one of America's finest kart tracks. This is where Alan Kowicki, Danica Patrick, Sam Mayer, and Josh Palicki got their start. Millwright Raceway is just south of I-94 in Dousman, 35 miles west of Milwaukee, and 45 miles east of Madison. For all the latest information, directions, and race schedule, visit BadgerKartClub.com.
427-1000 American Foundation. Cracks and leaks in your basement, have no fears. We've been fixing those things for over 60 years. Trust and dedication, that's American Foundation.
Call American right now for huge savings.
427-1000 American Foundation.
When we decided to get our crack leaky basement done, I am so glad we called American Foundation. It gave us a sense of confidence, and it gave us our basement back.
And it was the right choice.
Thank you very much. American Foundation Specialist has been fixing basements since 1947. Satisfied customers are the future at American. Call American for huge savings at
427-1000 American Foundation.
Precise Auto and Truck Accessories is your one-stop shop when it comes to adding style and functionality to your vehicles. Owner and late model racer Mike Grunberg has 15 years of experience installing window tinting, cat skin leather, seat heaters, and seat coolers. There's a million accessories available. Ladder racks, trailer hitches, detailing, remote starters, and more. Precise Auto and Truck Accessories in Wisconsin Dells is a WeatherTech Diamond dealer. Bring your vehicle to the trusted guy, Mike Grunberg at Precise Auto and Truck Accessories.
The Racing Roundup Show is dedicated to showcasing grassroots racers and national stars of our sport. If you're a fan of NASCAR, four-wheel, two-wheel, road racing, drag racing, or the short track scene, you are in the right place. Welcome back to the Racing Roundup Show.
Welcome back to the program, our final show on a Tuesday evening. Come on down and join the racing crowd. Great giveaways after the show. Lots of fun. A lot of people that we want to talk to are here. A lot of people you want to finally hang out and maybe meet and hang out with are here. Ben from the Racing House is here. Talk about him. Logan Julian dropped his fourth victory in the bumper-to-bumper Ira Outlaw Sprint Series. We'll have that covered in our Bonafide Security Solutions Short Track Report. This portion of our show tonight is brought to you by the Midwest Truck Series, which is supported by White Automotive and Epic Media. Next up with the truckers is this Saturday, October 4th, during Oktoberfest at La Crosse Fairgrounds Speedway. If you can't be there in person, you can watch all 4 days of Oktoberfest on Track TV, including the Fox Cities Towing Oktoberfest 25 and Sunday's Cratetoberfest race, where Truck Series racers will be racing among other classes and potentially winning a brand new Gander Performance 602 engine. For participating, for all the latest news and series info, stay tuned and visit MidwestTruckSeries.com to boot. It's time to shine our Anderson's Maple Syrup Short Track Spotlight on the Midwest Truck Series. He races in one. He's part of racing in every way, so we're going to modify this Anderson's highlight update. You know why? Because we talk short track racing all the time, right? We have a couple more guests that are big parts of the racing community in Wisconsin, part of our show as well. Let's welcome in Mike Egan from Bonafide Security Solutions and Brad Miller with BMR Electric Carts. Guys, thanks for coming on the show.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a big time to say thank you for what you guys do and how you do it.
Well, thanks for what you do.
It's great to be part of this. Let's do this for TV now. You ready? Welcome back to the Racing Roundup Show. Two very special guests on the program. Mike Egan joining us from Bonafide Security Solutions. You see their commercial on our CW18 commercials on our show every time we possibly can. And you know what? They get it done right. They're statewide. They can get it done with a lot of cool people, really smart people when it comes to anything, when it comes to safes, locks, alarm systems, security cameras, you got it, you name it. And Brad Miller joining us as well from BMR Electric Carts, both big time into racing and big time into the show. Guys, thanks for being here. Thanks for being on the show.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Appreciate it, Jim.
We even have the same number.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you mean same number?
I don't know if you knew that, but
I always thought
he's the other 89.
Oh, he's the other 89.
I was first.
He was first.
I'm older.
And I actually started watching Mike Egan before Bradley drove a race car on the dirt.
He was probably just a swaddling little child.
He was. He was probably at the track, though, because he grew up at every place I went to. He just got to race more. I just got to watch.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
What kind of a little child, by the way? A swaddling little child?
Swaddling little child, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not far from that.
Depends who you ask, and I think the answer is universally, yeah, you're right. Yeah. Mike, how much fun are you having this year with Team Bonafide? We had a great chance to speak with a lot of different racers sponsored by Bonafide. You've really taken a calling to say we want to highlight racers from all disciplines across the state of Wisconsin.
Yeah, I mean, we just really enjoy helping people that are growing up, learning how to race the way we did, the way Brad and I did back in the 80s and the 90s, when you did everything yourself and you built everything yourself, before you could go to the race car store and buy everything.
And you're racing, your son's racing, your nephew's racing, your whole family's involved in racing.
Soon my grandson's going to be racing. I
Really?
got him a go-kart the other day.
What'd you get him?
Just a little kid cart.
All right.
I got to get up at Road America with the Keiths and the Aples and everybody else, the Prunties and all of them guys.
They have a head start on you.
Oh, yeah.
Brad Miller joining us as well. It's exciting to know that this slot car represents a lot of memories for me. Scott Krieger brought that. He has it painted up just like one of your many different championship-winning race cars.
I believe you were announcing at Plymouth when I drove that car.
It was the fall of '89 through the '91 season, I believe. Yes, it was.
That was my 1990 car. Yeah.
Yeah, you did pretty good in that car.
We did all right.
Yeah.
We did all right. Yeah.
You're still doing okay.
We're doing okay.
You're winning races still. You're competing in the Midwest Truck Series on pavement. You're winning races at Slinger Super Speedway, nearly winning a championship. You also get to play on the dirt every Saturday night when you get a chance at your home track at Plymouth.
What's funny is we were coming into August, and we were second in points at Slinger. We were leading the Dirt Kings points, and we're second at Plymouth. And I said to the guys, I said, boy, would that be something to win 3 championships. Instead, we finished second, third, and fourth.
But the great news is you're right there. You're in the discussion. You're not just, hey, I'm going to show up and do my laps and, No, you're on the button.
That is correct. There is not a lot of give up in our gang, and most of the guys that helped me have been with me 25, 30 years. So, and we all gel so well. We know what each other thinks. We know what each other does, and I don't have to overlook anybody's stuff. And it's just it's a well-oiled machine. So I got so much confidence going into the racetrack every week. So I have no worries. Just racetrack setup is what I got to worry about.
We know you guys racers. We also know that your businesses are what help drive the ability to go racing. Brad, give us an update on what BMR Electric Karts is up to these days and what people want to look forward to, whether it be a nice quiet ride to the campgrounds or getting ready for springtime or maybe heading to Florida with a nice scooter. That doesn't make a lot of noise.
My wife loves that electric bike she bought from you, by the way.
She does. I'd like to hear that. My wife loves hers as well. She drove up today, and she's like, boy, it's a lot of work to get up here with these electric bikes. And I'm like, you're doing a great job, honey. But no, we got a full line of scooters. I'm going to take a bunch of them to the Dells in a couple weeks. They're 36-volt lithium battery scooters. They're perfect for getting around the pits. Mike has one as well. And I bet you, boy, half the pit area's got these things. I sold 78 of them last year. And this year I've had a hard time getting them, so I've only sold like 25 or 30 of them. But next year they're going to come in full boat again, so we should be able to sell a lot of them.
So the stand-up scooter, you have the Econ bikes, right?
Yes, we have the Icon electric bikes as well.
I call it Econ because I'm thinking E everything, right?
You're good.
E-bikes,
You're good.
Icon e-bikes. Also, you have gas-powered and electric-powered golf carts.
Correct. Icon and Epic, and they're going to be coming with some new models for 2026. So if you're on the fence about buying a golf cart, next year is going to be a showstopper. They're going to really come out with some really cool items next year. So looking very forward to it. They're going to be all LSV approved, so you can put a license plate on
What's
them.
LSV?
Low speed vehicle.
Oh, gotcha.
He's on it.
So you can drive them wherever you want.
Oh, nice.
The good news is they both know how to drive really fast. And Mike Egan's been driving fast in a family business for over 50 years now. Bonafide Security Solutions, Bonafide Safe and Lock online and on socials. It's a company that's well established. You're statewide, and it's still going gangbusters. Tell us what you can provide folks that are watching our program.
Yeah, we can really do anything from a simple key for a desk to the most sophisticated access control system for multi-state, hundreds of door buildings, and everywhere in between.
And when it comes to service, I was actually fortunate when we were shooting the commercial for our show. We went to a job site where someone had a safe that they did not know how to open anymore, and you guys have the ability to just work with anybody and solve any solution.
Yeah, we open safes, we deliver safes. We just became a Liberty gun safe dealer. That's a great product that's out there now. Anything from vault doors to a simple little fireproof box we can work on, service. We service things from the late 1800s all the way to the latest and greatest stuff of the 2025s.
So don't get excited and try to stump them, because they probably have a guy that's worked with a machine or a lock just like the one you have. So if you got something cool like, I bet you didn't have one of these.
Bring it on.
I'm guessing he's ready for the challenge. Where can we find out more about Bonafide Safe and Lock?
BonafideSafe.com will get you anywhere you want to be. Phone number is 262-790-9400. Or if you want to hit me up, Mike at BonafideSafe.com, and you can contact me directly.
Bradley, how about BMR Electric Carts? Where can we find you? I keep pushing the Facebook brand. Is that where you want to go?
Yeah, pretty much. We just started a website, bmrelectriccarts.com, and it'll probably be rolling full speed ahead here probably in another month.
Okay.
So, true story about Mike here. If you're ever looking for a lock, I'm telling you, I had a 64 Lincoln Continental, and we could not find a lock cylinder for this thing for the trunk.
Who found you one?
You did. The only guy on earth.
Though.
It was expensive. How much was that thing?
It was like $350.
$350 for a used lock. But he had it, and he got it done for me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Bonafidesafe.com is where you want to go. Guys, thanks for being on the show.
Yeah, thanks for
having us.
And that's it for the fancy TV portion.
Okay, now
I want to talk
the bullshit part.
No. Oh, okay, we just swore. That means we're not on TV no matter what. The great thing is, you mentioned about 89s racing each other. I don't know how many races you guys actually raced against each other, but
I need a swig.
Busch Lattes. Here we go. Now we're in the deep end. Just trying to stay hydrated. That's what we do here.
Right.
A lot of talking.
I didn't get this figure by skipping meals.
Yeah. So your nephew Hunter races. Your son Nick races. You're racing. Grandson's about to race.
Do
you have any more racing yet this year?
Yeah, we just got one left. Adele's in a couple weeks on, when is that, the 18th?
18th. Halloween. Big weekend. Big race day. Saturday afternoon show.
Yep, Friday practice, Saturday racing.
Are you going there too, Bradley?
Racing?
No, I got to keep the kid in line.
Attaboy. I will be racing the truck.
All right.
Yep.
Midwest Truck Series finale is Saturday, October 18th at Dells Raceway Park. How much fun is that, knowing that you get the chance to race the truck? I know it's all about serious sometimes, but it seems like it's a lot of fun to drive one of those.
That truck series is probably one of the best series there is right now in the state of Wisconsin. It's so much fun. It's so relaxing. What I like most about it is because all my friends are in super lates. And, I race super lates still, but I just kind of try to keep it to slinger. But all my friends are at these super late races that we go to with the truck series as a support class. And we still get to hang out with all the same people and have a great time. And Johnny Wood and Drew are doing just a fantastic job with that series.
They're racing this weekend at Oktoberfest. You'll see that race one of the 6
Why aren't you racing
times this year.
The last time I went to La Crosse to race was 2003.
It hasn't changed much. It's still round.
Yeah. I said the next time I come here, I'm bringing a cooler.
Really? It's one of those challenging tracks that didn't like you.
Are we leaving after the show?
I'm not a flat track guy. I just am not a flat track guy.
Isn't Plymouth dirt track a flat track?
Let's go on to another subject, please.
All right.
Yep.
All right.
Got some banking to it.
I'm just asking a question here.
There he did it.
No, there's banking at Plymouth.
Oh, a little bit.
Yeah.
Not like Slinger.
No.
Yeah, well, that's exciting. So Oktoberfest is this weekend. You guys are racing at Dells Raceway Park on Saturday, October 18th. The following races, there's 602 Outlaw late models. They're going to decide the championship for the Midwest Truck Series. The Midwest Dash Series is racing there. There's a lot going on. So there's a lot of racing yet to come.
Yeah, they got this freight. What's the freight company at the Dells? They sponsor a big deal for passing the most cars there. It's like $2,000 bonus.
Whoa. Is it really?
Big
for
deal.
the supers?
For the supers.
Wow.
I'm going to click on DellsRacewayPark.com during the commercial to find out, because that's a pretty exciting thing to
Freight carriers, they specialize in LTL freight or something.
Oh, really?
I'll have to look that up.
I think Stormy won that last year, actually.
Yeah, there's a good possibility.
Yeah. All right. So what's the dirt car looking like these days, Bradley? I saw the roof was peeled off for the Hales Corner Speedway reunion.
Yeah, we had 2 topless races. Plymouth obviously got rained out. And last Thursday we ran at Francis Creek at 141. We had fast time, and we ended up finishing 5th in the feature. So
all right.
That car's parked for the year. Next weekend they have Car Wars at 141. I'm going to probably run the old Scott Hope Grand National up there on Friday. And one of my friends will be driving it on Saturday. And the following week we go to the Dells.
You guys come up with like race names like Smoke Johnson if somebody else is driving it, or if when you're driving it, it's never your name.
That's a Brazen Bennett thing.
And Jeff Storm. Jeff Storm comes up with more nicknames for drivers than anybody will ever know. It's great.
Well, that was actually Tony Stewart's name, so it actually was used.
Smoke Johnson?
Smoke Johnson
was
his
it really?
Name. Yeah. That's how he became Smoke. Yeah.
There you go.
He actually learned a pseudonym. Yeah. There you go. What else can we learn? The idea about this show is we love talking racing, and we love you guys being part of it. So I want to say thank you again for being part of our show.
Well, no, the thanks really goes to you and your staff. I mean, you guys put this deal on every week through the whole summer and really spread the racing fraternity with a lot of different people, and I really appreciate what you guys do. So thank you to all of you.
Thank you.
100%.
Yeah, what comes to mind is Bill Howland is in the groove this week. He talked to 12 different drivers that'll be on this report tonight.
Nice.
We're talking about anybody that's racing at that track. You're going to find yourself on this show if you possibly have a chance to win something, or you want a heat race, you have fast time. We talk about everything motorsports, which I love about our show. That's just one typical way to say thank you for what you do and supporting all the races you guys do as well, because I know I see your logos on a bunch of race cars too, Brad.
You know, I like to help guys coming up in the classes. Like, I sponsor quite a few sport mods. I don't pay them any money. I pay them a reward. So if you get a heat race win, you get X amount of dollars. You get a feature win, it's X amount of dollars. Or we trade for product, because I sell a lot of aluminum, or I switch them for aluminum or whatever or whatnot. But every one of these kids that I help out is just so appreciative, and it's fun being part of their startup in their racing career. You know what I mean? It's just a blast. And
I saw a sport mod at Beaver Dam when I was there last week. I swear to God it was you. 89, same colors.
Yeah.
I'm like, that must be Brad.
That's Logan Brass. That's Mark Brass that's been pitting
then
for
there was
me
another
since...
Old Hales guy. Scheffler was there, the 15 car.
Yeah, Donnie was here.
I said, I got to
My
get over
nephew
there and
Don,
see
yep.
them. Don Juan.
Yep.
See, these are all Old Hales guys. You know?
Oh, yeah.
Been around.
I didn't say old, you did.
No, well, they are old.
Yeah.
Look at him. He's got gray hair.
I did have a chance to make my first Hales Corners reunion party this year and brought the car down.
Yeah.
Had a great time. Brought my two boys with me, and we just had a great time. We were there for about 4 hours, and Pat Heaney puts a lot of work. Him
He's
and his
here
guys
tonight.
there.
Yep.
Him and his crew put a lot of work together into that. Give him a big round of applause. It was really a neat deal. We had a great time and seen a lot of people I haven't seen in a lot of years, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, very cool. Guys, thanks again for being part of it.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Mike Egan and Brad Miller, everybody. Two of a kind, one of a kind. Sitting next to me. It's great to have you guys on the show and share support. Thanks again.
Thank you.
We have a lot to cover on the program. Dean Strom's hanging out with us to covering the world of short tracks and the Bonafide Security Solutions Short Track Report. We also have a couple of very special guests on the way. Charlie McCormick's going to join us here in a little bit from Automatic Transmission Design. The off-road season, I think, has come to a close, but we'll check out what Charlie's doing because he's still really super busy at Automatic Transmission Design in Germantown. We'd like to thank and recognize some of our season-long sponsors of our 41st season of the Racing Roundup Show and ask you to support them. They make this show possible, so pardon me if I take a little longer here, but the show is only made possible by these great individuals. American Foundation Specialists, thank you, Tony Zeider. Benson Valley Bourbon, Adams Towing, based in Plover, Automatic Transmission Design, Wilmot Raceway and the Kenosha County Fairgrounds, CK Contractors, Ken Sports in Appleton and Green Bay, Anglers Bar and Grill and Campground in Fremont, HRP Hefner Racing Products, NNS Towing, Jiffy Lube with 14 Wisconsin locations, Johnson & Sons Paving, Dells Raceway Park, Schleifer Auto Body and Sales, Precise Auto and Truck Accessories in Wisconsin Dells, thank you, Mike, IRA Sprint, Select Container, Road America, Badger Kart Club, LD's Barbecue, Ricardo's Pizza in Greendale, and Source Services, just some of the folks that make this show possible. When we go to commercial, these are our friends. These are our folks that make this show possible. Please support these businesses, and we'll be right back from Paulie's in a moment.
Join the racing crowd every Tuesday night at 6 p.m. Central all season long. Contact us on our website, racingroundupshow.com. We'll be right back with more of the Upper Midwest and Wisconsin racing scene, NASCAR, and the world of motorsports. Olson's Outdoor Power Equipment is a fully equipped parts, sales, and service dealer of quality mowers, snow throws, trimmers, chainsaws, and more. Olson services what they sell, does warranty service work on big box store mowers, and their expert service technicians are ready to get your equipment running right. Put their stock parts department and friendly, knowledgeable staff to work for you. Visit the racers at Olson's Outdoor Power Equipment today at 14323 West College Avenue, just 1 mile east of Moreland Road in Muskego. Olson'sPower.com. Olson's Power Equipment.
Automatic Transmission Design is located in Germantown, Wisconsin. They've been hard at work the last 15 years in perfecting the best performance racing transmissions and converters. The folks at ATD have made it possible to offer the best quality and most affordably priced winning components for off-road, drag racing, truck pulling, and circle track applications. ATD may not be the biggest or most famous company in the marketplace, but they have the will and put in that extra effort to provide you with the best products available. ATD's certified technicians go through a comprehensive quality checklist on every transmission and converter they build. Then it's tested on their in-house dyno. Only then is the product ready for shipment to the customer. ATD takes these steps to provide you with the best quality products every time. They are 100% guaranteed. Their no returns policy makes sure it's right the first time. The next time you need a performance transmission or converter, give Charlie a call at 262-251-7777 or visit autotransdesign.com.
Jiffy Lube has locations across Wisconsin to serve you. Visit jiffylube.com to locate your store and to find the latest coupons and promotional offers. You're greeted by a friendly and knowledgeable staff. Grab a water or coffee and know you and your vehicle are in good hands. Windshield wipers, new tires, and alignments are a few of the many services offered. Jiffy Lube proudly features Pennzoil. There's a whole lot more than no appointment drive-up oil changes at Jiffy Lube. Welcome to personalized car care. Wisconsin race fans, find your store at jiffylube.com.
Organize like the pros with Hefner Racing Products. Take your trailer to the next level. Upgrade your garage, streamline your shop. Whether you're tearing up the track or tackling home projects, Hefner Racing Products has you covered with the best made and widest variety of organizational accessories made right here in Wisconsin. Shop online now at hrpracing.com.
The Gravely Mower Series at Olson Outdoor Power is raising the bar on performance with smarter controls, longer run times, and more comfort. Add in layaway and financing from Olson's, and there's no lawn you can't conquer. Buy the best from the best. Gravely at Olson's Outdoor Power, Muskego.
Check out our website, RacingRoundupShow.com, to watch show archives, see photos from decades of our program, and links to support our awesome show advertisers. Now let's get back to more of the Racing Roundup Show.
Welcome back to our program. This portion of our final show of 2025 is brought to you by BMR Electric Carts. You just heard from Brad Miller. Or if you're just tuning in now, you can rewind anytime you want. Watch our YouTube channel. Go to our website, RacingRoundupShow.com. Click on the live button. Click on archives. And here we are, all 26 episodes of our Tuesday show. Looking forward to seeing you this Saturday as well if you have a chance to tune in to our CW18 Milwaukee TV show. It's called The Racing Roundup Show. Kind of original, right? It happens every Saturday, 11:30 in the morning on CW18 Milwaukee. And you can also watch it online at that time at CW18Milwaukee.com. I want to thank our friends at BMR Electric Carts. They have a lot of things that going on. BMR is now selling gas-powered golf carts. Those epic machines are available. They also have e-bikes and scooters and Icon electric carts of all the kinds of designs, options, new and used. Check out our Facebook page, BMRElectricCartsCompany.com, and actually the .com's coming in a month's time, as we just found out. We now have a couple of gentlemen sitting next to me that are very much involved in the racing world. One drives a modified on pavement and sells wheels and makes wheels for thousands of people across the country. The other kid's on fire. He's won 4 IRA sprint car races this year. Let's welcome in Bill Tandetsky and Logan Julian to the show, guys. Thanks for being on.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Bill, thanks for your support of the Dells Raceway Park results. Diamond Racing Wheels, a business and a passion of yours for how long now?
Let's see. Next year it'll be 40.
Wow. Does it feel like that long?
Yes.
Did it start out as a way to say, I want to build a better wheel, or did you buy the business, you started working there and then bought it? How did it transpire? I never did ask you that.
Well, people over there can tell you I was a pretty poor racer back in the day.
I watched you race growing up. Come on now.
I could hit everything but the ambulance and the tow truck, but that's how I got in the wheel business. I needed to fix wheels, so
you needed to fix your own wheels.
I fixed my own and then everybody else's.
Wow.
So we started in 1985 in my garage behind my house.
Wow.
So it's been a long time. 40
and
years.
now it's more than racing, isn't it?
Yeah, we do. We do a lot of OE stuff. We manufacture wheels for everything: buses, motorcycles, automotive use, even ATVs, UTVs, all kinds of stuff.
Is this contracted with the manufacturer, or is this aftermarket stuff you guys are working on?
It's mostly aftermarket, but like we manufacture blank rims for a lot of the other wheel companies, like Dayton Wire Wheel, Detroit Wheel, a lot of the other wheel companies. We make quite a few lines for Krager as well. So if you buy a Krager wheel, we made the rim for that.
Oh wow!
So, and we make stuff from basically 10 inches in diameter all the way to 24 inches in diameter for automotive, and we go to 30 inches for motorcycles.
Wow. A lot of ingenuity goes into that, a lot of design work.
It is.
A lot of meetings, I'm guessing.
Well, we have a small crew of people that have been doing it a long, long time, so most of the stuff is automated. We have CNC equipment, and it works. It's a pretty streamlined operation for what we do.
Racing is still part of the passion, part of the blood that you have flowing through you. You have Bill Preetzel's a teammate. We've had you on with Bill on the show. That's why I call it the Twin Bills segment. Bill Tandetsky, Bill Preetzel. He did very well this year, finishing third in points. You raced 3 features, 3 top 10s at Dells Raceway Park.
Yeah, Bill, I didn't have as much time to race this year. We had a lot of things going on, and I ran the Dells 3 times, and I went to Slinger once. So
right.
I still have my car, still enjoy doing it. Just unfortunately, there isn't a lot of time, and I'm to the point in my racing career, if it's too hot, if it's too sunny, if it's, the scars aren't pointed in the right direction, I might have something else to do. So, but we still enjoy doing it, and I haven't declared my retirement tour yet. So
well, you've made one step towards that direction by getting a very cool classic car.
Oh, I have quite a few of those.
Which one? The latest one I saw, the custom one that opens like it's split in half. You got to get in and out of the thing.
Oh, my split Suburban.
Yeah.
We have a 41 Chevy pickup truck too that I haven't had here at the show. We do a couple of the car shows, and a couple of our bigger customers make aftermarket wheels for the hot rods. So we do quite a few of the car shows. We were in St. Louis last weekend for the NHRA Midwest Nationals. So we just got back yesterday, and when Greg called me this afternoon, I thought it was still Monday.
Were you there working or watching?
Well, we were there a little of each, mostly watching.
All right.
So, but it was warm, sunny, and a lot of people, a lot of excitement going on when you go to an NHRA event.
So when I want to call Diamond Wheels or find you online, what kind of wheels can I find there?
Actually, we're like Brad. We are completely redoing our website to show more of the stuff that we build. It's diamondracingwheel.com, and we're located in beautiful downtown Cudahy on Pennsylvania Avenue. Me and the president, we're both on Pennsylvania Avenue.
Right.
So we have an 800 number, 800-937-4407, or our local number, 744-2010-414. And we're there Monday through Friday from 8 to 5, and we're happy to take any orders.
And you'll see them at the racetrack. You want any more races around here this year?
Nope, we're all done. They got the boys could go up to lacrosse, but we're partaking not in that.
Gotcha. Well, it's going to be a lot of fun watching what's coming next because it's always evolving at Diamond Racing Wheel.
It is. We continuously develop new product and new things. Racing has been not at the forefront only because we've been so busy with the OE stuff. We just haven't had a whole lot of time with the racing. But it's amazing the off-road trucks and the 4x4s and the buggies that continues to get bigger as people can afford to do that. It seems you got to kind of take a step back every now and then as people can afford to run sprint cars or late models because of the cost. So,
but it's a testimony of the product as well. You're making a very good product that is going to withstand. It's not going to, there's a lot of do I need to buy new ones? No, my wheels are still working just fine, thank you.
Yep, it is. And it's the last product people buy because it's the last thing they need for their car. So that's usually how our business works.
DiamondRacingWheel.com. Bill, stay right here because I want you to be a co-host of this segment because I'm excited to talk about 17 minutes or so, maybe 25, 30, 35, 40. I saw the Barrett Jackson shirt. I got excited for the auction. But I want to talk about the next driver who's the hottest kid going right now. He just won again. The Wisconsin Sprint Car Championships wrapped up the season for the bumper-to-bumper IR Outlaw Sprint Series and racing his way to victory and racing his way to second in the point standings. Logan Julian, I couldn't be more excited for you. How cool was that to bag another win Saturday night at Plymouth?
Yeah, no, it was great. Obviously, we were on the show the week of, with Steve talking about it and talking about possibilities. We were fourth in points coming into the night. We had a chance to get up to second. We went out there and we did exactly that. We started the night off great. We went quick time by half a tenth, so it was still pretty close. But we just had a even killed night. We got transferred through our heat race, made the dash, started third, went third to first on the first lap, and led all 30 laps and got the win.
It's the final race around here for sprint cars, and it was a great way to end the season. Can't thank you enough for coming on the show when you win. It's like, hey, let's have Logan on again. Hey, Logan, we didn't know you were coming tonight. We want to have you on for a few more minutes because there's more racing in your schedule this year yet. Where are you going next?
Oh, yeah. So this weekend we're going to Jacksonville, Illinois. We're going to run a doubleheader with MOA. So that's always a fun place to go. I think the Extreme LL Midgets are going to be there too. So it's definitely going to be an action-packed weekend. Running 2 nights at the same track's always fun. I love doing it. But then, the week after, we got a weekend off, and then we're racing with the Outlaws, triple header. Friday night, we're going to Lincoln Park in Indiana. Then we're going to LaSalle again, which is where I got my first 410 win, actually. Yeah. So it's going to be fun going back to a place I've won at, especially with like that high caliber competition, that the Outlaws are. So seeing how we kind of rack up with those guys, and then we end off at Angel Park Speedway right here in Wisconsin. And that's going to be a fun one for sure. So actually, I have something to add to this. We haven't really announced this part of it yet. But I'll actually be doing double duty that night. So I'll be running the 410 with the Roll of Outlaws.
Yep.
And then I'll be running in one of our buddies' cars, Zach Bowden, and it'll be my first midget start with Badger Midget. So that's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of work. Third day of the weekend. I bet we're going to be tired, but I can't wait for it.
So October 19th is a Sunday. This is a rained out race from, I think, June that they're racing the World of Outlaws and Badger Midgets on Sunday, October 19th. And you're racing both divisions. How excited are you to go midget racing?
No, I'm really excited.
When's the last time you ran without a wing? At the Tulsa Shootout, I'm guessing?
Yeah, Tulsa Shootout, so New Year's.
All right. So it's not been that long, but you're ready to go.
Oh, yeah. No,
you taking notes on all this? You want to go along with all these races?
Well, I just want to know who's going to pick his number. You don't have your dad picking your number again, do you?
No.
Your draw? Yeah, I saw him.
That's a hard no.
He's no good at that. Man. You keep him away from the numbers.
That's been a theme this year, man.
I know.
We've made so many dashes, and we've gotten really good at drawing the furthest back that we can start.
Maybe you ought to get Henry to come with you, and he could pull the number.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, trying anything new, man. I mean, we've been, 5s and 4s starting in the dashes, and I mean, it's great because, you always got to learn how to pass cars on certain tracks, so... but, sometimes it is nicer starting a little further forward. It makes your job a little easier.
Somebody's got to be there. You might as well be that person.
Exactly, yep.
So for those who want to follow along this journey, and I think it includes some racing in Oklahoma again, right?
Oh,
in the off-season, we call it?
Yep. So we'll be running Tulsa Shootout over New Year's again. And then actually just last week, we announced that I'll be making my Chili Bowl Nationals debut. I'll be driving the Pat O'Dell racing machine, so that's going to be
awesome.
That's going to be very fun. That's a fun building. I love going there. I actually can't wait to go back twice this year.
Watch it on Flow or go to Tulsa over the holidays or go down for the Chili Bowl. It'd be a great thing to cheer you on. That's awesome. You got all that going on, man.
Oh, yeah.
Keep it up. How about a big hand for Logan Julian and Bill Tandesky for joining us on the show. Guys, thanks for your support, being part of the show, hanging out with us after you win races. It's really kind of fun to hang out with you guys again on a Tuesday night. We're coming right back. We got Charlie McCormick on the way. We got Ben with the Racing House in West Bend. If you've never experienced the Racing House, you got to check it out. It is a one-of-a-kind experience. Wisconsin's home for all things when it comes to simulators and racing against your friends or setting your fast time, which could you win you some major bragging rights each and every month. We'll talk to Ben about that here on the program. Yet to come on the Racing Roundup Show. Stay tuned.
Thanks for tuning in to the Racing Roundup Show. Check out our website, racingroundup.show.com, and like our show on Facebook. Join us on Twitter and Instagram at Racing Roundup. We're coming right back after these messages from our awesome show sponsor.
Adams Towing offers expert heavy-duty towing services for the entire state of Wisconsin from their Plover headquarters. Since 1961, 3 generations of heavy-duty towing specialists and racing supporters have provided towing, flatbed, and reload service, plus winching and upright, long boom service, truck starting, and cleanup. Adams Towing proudly sponsors Ryan Farrell's Super Late Model team. Put Adams Towing and their experienced team and their fleet of heavy-duty tow trucks and rollbacks to work for you. Call Adams Towing today at 715-344-3836.
Danny Lynch's at the corner of Highway 100 and Lincoln is a great place to watch NASCAR races, Packer games, Brewer games, and to meet up with your friends. Joey and Jim Lynch pride themselves on their friendly hospitality and welcome Racing Roundup listeners to stop in to watch all the races on their 14 TVs and flat screens. Danny Lynch's at the corner of Highway 100 and Lincoln has been a longtime supporter of racers, including National Road Racing Motorcycle Champion Dan Belansky. Relax around the big neighborhood bar with 2 pool tables and dartboards surrounded by TVs. Whether you're meeting up before the game, want to watch the races with race fans, or just want to grab a cold one, head to Danny Lynch's at the corner of Highway 100 Lincoln and West Dallas.
427-1000 American Foundation.
When your foundation is in need of repair, you need 3 things: an honest opinion, quality work, and fair prices. Call American.
Trust and dedication, that's American Foundation.
Call American right now for huge savings.
427-1000, American Foundation.
Bobby Gutnick and the technicians at Oak Creek Automotive on South 27th Street in Drexel are experts in automotive repair. For 35 years and counting, the Napa Certified Car Care Center at Oak Creek Automotive handles emission testing, tires, and complete auto, truck, and SUV repair. From oil changes to transmission replacement. 414-761-3250 to schedule your free inspection appointment. For all your vehicle repair needs, head to South 27th in Drexel to the experts at Oak Creek Automotive.
Hey there, this is Leon from LD's Barbecue, open Wednesday through Sunday in East Troy. Not only do we serve your favorites every day, but we also provide catering for graduations, weddings, office parties, and more. Stop in and try our award-winning food, sauces, and rubs. Check us out on Facebook for daily specials, LD's Barbecue in East Troy. Remember, we'll smoke your butt.
Like our show on Facebook and share our content with other race fans. We hope to see you at one of our upcoming shows too. Join racers, other race fans, and win prizes. Now let's get back to more of the Racing Roundup Show.
Welcome back to our show. I'd like to remind you that our show began in 1985 by three guys, Dennis Erneska, Daryl Dobbs, and Terry Jeffords, just trying to find a way to get to the racetrack and get in for free. Well, here we are 41 years later hanging out. We're still trying to get our way into the racetrack for free, but we could not do this show, which takes a lot of time and effort and, yes, money to put together. But we can't thank our friends and sponsors and family that we've come to have here now on Tuesday nights over the course of 41 years and counting. We are America's longest-running weekly motorsports program held in front of a live audience. We got to thank the fans as well and our supporters for year upon year to support our show. We want to support these businesses that make this show possible. Oak Creek Automotive, Olson's Outdoor Power Equipment, Bonafide Security Solutions, the Rapina Group, Caldwell Banker Homesale Realty, and Matt Rapina, Boring Bob's Escorted Race Tours, the Midwest Truck Series, Polly's Pub and Eatery, our main Tuesday show home now for 19 seasons, the Racing House, Danny Lynch's Bar, Anderson's Pure Maple Syrup, Johnson & Sons Paving, Diamond Racing Wheels, Interstate Batteries of Southeast Wisconsin, BMR Electric Carts, Madison International Speedway, A&A Tire on Highway 100, NNS Towing, and some other great people. We are also thankful to Benson Valley Bourbon and Oak Creek Automotive for sponsoring our road shows this year. We had a great time. We went to the Cellar Pub and Grill in Oak Creek twice for Oak Creek Automotive nights. Went to LD's Barbecue on their Tuesday night bike nights twice. Had a great time outside hanging out at their great barbecue joint in East Troy. Thanks to the Schulers, the Utica Bar in Utica was a great time. Bonafide Security Solutions had a big Team Bonafide night at Danny Lynch's, a longtime sponsor of ours. It was a bunch of fun. So thank you to all those that made it possible, including the racetracks that hosted us and the race promoters that said, hey, why don't you do our show at our place? So thank you, Wilmot Raceway on Kenosha County Fairgrounds, to hold a Tuesday night racing show. And by the way, it was a points night. It always happens around the 4th of July, and we're at the front gate. Can't thank them enough for their support of the show. Greg McCarnes, thank you for the Gandry Auto Group 250 and Dixieland Delight 35 Midwest Truck Series race. It's always at Kaukauna. This first Tuesday in August, we're at the front gate. They treat us great. Thank you for that. We also want to thank the Dassaus, the new owners of Slinger Super Speedway, for letting us play on a Monday night of the Slinger Nationals night weekend. It was a lot of fun with our Benson Valley Bourbon Road shows. We got some great giveaways after tonight's show. We've got some great guests to talk about, and our next one happens to be right next to me, to my left. Let's welcome in from Automatic Transition Design, one of the busiest geniuses when it comes to racing and getting the power of the rear wheels down the racetrack or over the humps. Charlie McCormick. Charlie, welcome back to the show.
Thanks, Jim.
Off-road racing, drag racing, the passion is there, the business is booming. How are things lately? We think things are winding down, right, in the world of racing?
Yeah, things are winding down in the world of racing, but we're still extremely busy. We have secured a number of different championships across a couple of different platforms. One of your guests...
Start bragging now, come on.
Oh yeah, one of your guests from a couple of years ago, DJ Matika, just won the Top Sportsman Championship in the Midwest Top Sportsman Series.
Awesome.
It was quite the effort. They had a almost catastrophic engine failure 3 weeks before the final event, and it was a scramble to get all of his stuff back together. He actually borrowed Hipster's car for one round of racing to be able to stay in the points.
Oh, wow.
So that was pretty neat. The off-road season, the short course season has finished. The last race was in Glen Helen, California last weekend, and all of this Pro Series points leaders had to be there to clinch their championship. Nobody went into that race with a clinch.
Yeah.
Some of them were mathematically close, but they still had to be there
So how does that affect what you do and supply to them? They know everything's on the line. It's like I have to have 5 now, not just one spare. I need 5.
So usually when we go to Crandon, Crandon is the last race of the year, so it's a big push to get everybody ready to go. And it was a big push because Crandon's always a huge event. We had probably 6 or 8 guys that were waiting on product when we went to Crandon. So it was a pretty big load. We came back with more stuff from Crandon before the Glen Helen race than we took to Crandon.
Okay.
And then guys showed up afterwards with more things. Keegan Cade, Ryan Beat, Johnny Holcher, Ricky Gutierrez. There was all kinds of these guys. They knew they were going to the West Coast. I was not going. I had no way to service their product. If they had a problem, they wanted everything to be perfect before they went out there. So it was smart on their part to be able to be well prepared. Fortunately, we had 0 problems with our product. Keegan won the Pro 2 championship. CJ Greaves won, yet again, another Pro 4 championship.
Yeah, it's like 6 now, right? It's crazy.
He has 10 world championships across. Yeah. So
wow.
Johnny who?
Yeah, no kidding.
Johnny Holcher won the Pro Light championship. The kid that I mentioned earlier, Ricky Gutierrez, he's a local California guy, pretty talented racer, swept the weekend in Pro 2. Ryan Beat finished second in points ahead of Ricky, so it was Keegan, Ryan, Ricky in Pro 2. Pro 2 is probably the tightest field in the Pro Series, especially with the stuff that we do. So it literally came down to the last week, and effectively Keegan had to be 10th or better, and he would have won no matter what the other guys did. But he had some problems on Saturday or Friday, and so it was a little dicey. It's good to see that there's been a concerted effort with the series and the drivers to be able to keep the championship tight, because you have a runaway championship, you start to lose a little bit of the energy that's in the series. I think CJ went out there knowing that he pretty much just had to show up and he would win. A guy that actually is from Alabama but crews here and stays here all year long, Jimmy Henderson, won the Pro 4 both days.
Great.
And so that was pretty good. Johnny Holcher's a local kid. He's 19 or 20 years old. He runs both 2 and Pro Light from the Abrams area. Just had a killer season in Pro Light. But toward the end, the other guys started to catch up to him, so he had to show up and do his job. His crew chief, Luke Johnson, Ricky Johnson's son, was instrumental in turning a lot of the program around to help Johnny just get a focus on where he needed to be. They're closer in age. They didn't really have any major problems in behind the scenes, but it was just they needed a fresh start with some stuff, so they got that done. It was a nonstop season all year long. Very busy. We've had guys that are still drag racing. I've got literally 15 torque converters that are waiting for my work at the shop, and usually it's 2 to 3 a week. And I've got, some of these guys are like, hey, I need to get this back because I want to go out this weekend. This coming weekend is pretty much going to be the end of the year. So we're
so this is the only time your wife Rachel will see you all week. You're saying you brought her along date night. Hi, honey, I'm talking on the racing show, and then I'm going back to work. That's a lot going on.
Yeah, and we've got a full parking lot. We've still got collector cars. Brad Miller's truck is sitting in the parking lot. It has been for weeks. He's very generous and not beating me up about it.
Yeah.
He actually stopped by the shop today to say hi, and then lo and behold, he's here tonight.
Yeah.
So we're very, very fortunate to have a qualified staff of people that are committed to what we're doing, both in the performance world and the daily driver everyday stuff.
So for those who don't have a race car or a cool classic car but want to get it done right by ASE certified technicians, you guys offer a lot of services on regular cars and trucks, right?
Absolutely. We work on anything with wheels.
Doesn't have to be transmission related. It could be anything from, as I know, chasing electrical when it comes to a right rear door on my son's car that was kind of acting up and draining the battery, that kind of crazy thing.
We typically get 1 or 2 major projects a year. This year we had a guy came in with a 81 Caprice that he inherited from his grandmother, and he wanted to make it into a more suitable ride for a young man, and bought an engine from Pro Power and bought a transmission from us, and he's like, I don't know anybody put this together. Can you put my car together? So one thing is just more from putting an engine and transmission in it to hanging brakes, put tires and wheels on it, on and on and on, and it turned out to be quite a bit of effort, and unfortunately for him, he hit us at the wrong time of year. It came in when there was snow on the ground, so it limited what we could do there, and then it stretched into the race season, and I explained to him what he was looking at, and he's like, okay, I've been trying to do all this stuff, and he was over-coordinating what was going on. He was relying on us to do something in a certain timeline so we could get to the next guy and on and on. And he finally understood. He's like, okay, for me to do this right, I need you to have the flexibility of time. And
gotcha.
He gave me that, and we ended up with a really nice product. I'm waiting for him to get it out of the body shop and the paint shop so I can actually see what it looks like, but super guy. And I've been fortunate to have that kind of influence in the community all around. I mean, we get guys that come from as far away as Green Bay. They bring vehicles down to me because, they say, you're the only guy that can work on this. Well, it's not necessarily true, but I appreciate the love.
Yeah.
And we're very meticulous, and we have a lot of passion for what we do, and we're known for doing the job right the first time. And we're very, very, very committed to that. And when that scenario doesn't work out for us, that's a hard blow to the chin. We don't like to not have success. And we take everything that we work on very seriously, and we're very committed to the customer.
Where can we find you at ATD? Online, in person?
Yeah, you are always welcome at the shop. I'm there 8 to 6, Monday through Fridays. That's what they say. Sometimes I don't get home until after that. But we're on the web at autotransdesign.com. We're on all the socials. My son Michael runs all of that stuff. He and his wife do a fantastic job with our exposure on that. You can always reach us on the phone, 262-251-7777. It's been the same number for 40 years. Come up to the shop in Germantown. We're just north of County Line Road on Highway 145. We always welcome people to come in. I've had guys bring in collector cars and interview me, want to know what's going on, because I honestly don't think they believe what they hear from other people until they actually get to see me in person.
And you got a pretty cool collection of race car championship doors from all sorts of vehicles hanging in there.
Yeah,
in the waiting room.
Yeah, we're very fortunate to have customers that appreciate what we do and want to share their success with us so that we have something to display. And it's kind of neat because you don't see a lot of shops around there that have a full-size door hanging on their wall with
multiple.
Yeah. So
who knows what Christmas will bring this year? If you want to get your car or truck done right, if you have a trailer that you're towing because your vehicle's kind of lagging, this is the guy to see. He's an expert. If you couldn't tell by what Charlie talks about, I love talking to Charlie on the show. I learn some things every time I speak with you, and I appreciate your involvement on our show again this year, and it's been great to have you here on your date night with your wife, Rachel.
Thank you. It's my pleasure.
How about a big hand for Charlie McCormick, everybody. One of a kind. Really smart people at ATDAutotransdesign.com in Germantown. Thank you, Charlie.
Thank you.
Dean Strom's now just sliding in next to me. You know what that means? Time to talk short track racing, Dean.
Let's do it, Jim.
We're going to Oktoberfest this weekend, but there's a lot to talk about we get to that.
It's time for the Bonafide Security Solutions Short Track Report. For cameras and alarm systems for your home or business, program card access, custom-made security doors, on-call locksmith work, and more, it's a lock. Support the racers at Team Bonafide by calling 262-790-9400 or go online to bonafidesafe.com. They protect what you value. Saturday night, curtain closer for 4 Wisconsin-based Touring Sprint Car Series in the Wisconsin Sprint Car Championships at the Plymouth Dirt Track in front of a packed house. Second year, IRA outlaw driver Logan Julian, guest tonight, guest last week at the Oak Creek Automotive Night at the Cellar.
And you saw him do this in person, didn't you?
No, I was a late scratch.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, I was a late scratch. Sorry. He won the bumper-to-bumper IRA Outlaw Sprints Rick Schmidt Memorial Feature, which vaulted him from 4th to 2nd in the points behind champ Blake Nimme. Danny Schlafer of Schlafer's Auto Body finished 7th in the race and in the points. Chris Clayton won the MSA 360 A Main, while Ben Schmidt wrapped up his 2nd straight series championship. Tyler Cuxhaus raced to his 3rd Wisconsin Wingless Sprints checkered flag of the season, finished 2nd in the points behind the champ, Adam Taylor. Both drivers were guests on our special Wilmot Raceway and Benson Valley Bourbon Roadshow way back in July. And Mike New claimed the IRA Lightning Sprints on Saturday night, while Brian Strain Jr., on the strength of 6 wins and 13 top 5s in 14 features, secured the championship. Sticking with Midwest Sprint Car Racing news, Dale Blaney at age 61 became the oldest winner of the World of Outlaws Sprint Car on the World of Outlaws Sprint Car Series in their history. Saturday night, Blaney family-owned Sharon Speedway in Ohio. Drove a chassis designed and built by his brother Dave.
Yep.
He must have a lot of time on his hands.
Well, he's not driving anymore, so he made something really cool for his brother that's got the whole world thinking they got to do something different.
The height of the top wing position above the cage, that was all the rage on social media. You got to love that old school technology, right?
Yep.
Ingenuity.
That's the word.
Yeah, this weekend in the 16 division Oktoberfest weekend, we will be there. The difference is 1 point from first to second and 8 points back to third in the lacrosse late model standings between Jacob Gady, Adam Benzik, and Skylar Holshausen. 4 races for the lacrosse late models on the weekend. And then for the ASA Midwest Tour, just 3 points separate Gabe Summers from Casey Johnson. Both drivers, former champions of the series, former Oktoberfest champions. Going to be a great show. You still have time to join the racing crowd. You're running out of time,
you can
but
win
you
tickets
still
tonight.
have a few minutes.
You can win
if
tickets
you come
tonight.
down here, we have 2 4-packs, 4-day Oktoberfest tickets, but you have to be at Paulie's here after the show when we get to the giveaways. If you can't make it to Fest, I'm twisting Faye's arm over here.
Right, yep.
If you can't make it to Fest, all 4 days, all 4 nights, every lap, tracktv.com. That's tracktv.com. I'll be there on the call, again, for those 4 nights. A fan guide on the website is must digest, must download if you're going out to Oktoberfest Race Weekend. Visit OktoberfestRaceWeekend.com, and on the socials, you're going to want to use hashtag FestIsBest. Dennis Prunty, Nick Schneider, each one features in the 602 division this past weekend at Jefferson Speedway, and then Lincoln Johnson and Harley Johnson of Johnson & Sons Paving
They were
fame.
on our show 2 weeks ago.
Yep,
How'd they do?
they split the Bando features.
Awesome.
2 Bando features. They each won 1
Cool.
at Jefferson. Halloween races. Heard you talking about that, Jim. Dells Raceway Park, Saturday afternoon, October the 18th. Be the championship race of the Midwest Dash Series, 602 Outlaw Late Models, Midwest Truck Series, and Alive for 5 Super Late Models. DellsRacewayPark.com for more info and to purchase tickets ahead, save some money. But I am looking forward to Oktoberfest this weekend. Always a lot of fun. As we said, 16 divisions.
Yeah.
All 4 days on Track TV. If you can't be there, but you need to be there.
I'll play around a little bit on Thursday. I'll be hanging out with you Saturday and Sunday. So I'm actually looking forward to heading to the pit road on Saturday.
Yes.
It's exciting. Then Sunday we have to call the Midwest Tour finale. It's this Sunday, Oktoberfest 200. TrackTV.com if you can't make it. And it's going to be a lot of fun. Looking forward to work with you again.
And then there's all sorts of things to do after the races. There's live music on Friday night and Saturday night after the races. A golf cart parade. Samplings.
Crazy.
A pet parade costume parade contest.
Yep.
Pancake breakfast. Memorabilia
Champions
show.
get together. Yep.
Champions get together. It's all this weekend at Oktoberfest.
Thank you, Dean. See you there.
Thanks, James.
Appreciate it for all your involvement all year long, including even hosting the show when I couldn't make it on a given Tuesday night. Looking forward to seeing you here. We're going to start the show, I think, back up in April. What do you think? You want to join us?
April? First Tuesday in April?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay. I'll check my calendar.
How about a big hand for Dean Strom, everybody, for his contributions. Thank you for being part of the program. We are yet to see Bill Howlands in the group report, and when we come back, we're talking about the Racing House, Wisconsin's destination, and we'll tell you why and how with Ben, who opened the place on a dream, and no doubt it's blowing up. Looking forward to talking to Ben next on the show.
Join the racing crowd every Tuesday night at 6 p.m. Central all season long. Share what you love about Short Track Racing on our Facebook page and on Twitter and Instagram at Racing Roundup. We'll be right back with more of the Racing Roundup Show.
It's the granddaddy of short track racing in the Midwest. The 56th running of the Oktoberfest Race Weekend. October 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th at La Crosse Fairgrounds Speedway. Don't miss the intense competition as drivers throughout the nation converge at La Crosse Speedway for 4 days of great stock car racing. On Thursday, see 6 divisions compete, including Super Late Models, Sportsman, and double features for the La Crosse Late Model. Friday, 3 divisions will grind it out, including the Super Late Models in the popular Dick Trickle 99. A 99-lap race run in 3 33-lap segments. Then on Saturday, 3 divisions, including the ASA Midwest Tour late model. Then it's the Big 8 late models battling for their season championship. Sunday we'll see the vintage race cars, late models, plus the granddaddy of all Midwest racing events, the Oktoberfest 200. 200 grueling laps of strategy, maneuvers, and hard-charging racing. Witness challengers and champions from across the nation battle side by side in Wisconsin's oldest and most prestigious short track racing event. Save with a multi-day wristband. It's the 56th annual Oktoberfest Race Weekend. October 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th at La Crosse Fairgrounds Speedway. Visit OktoberfestRaceWeekend.com for details and advance tickets. Be there.
For your next purge or project, go with the pros. Source Services. Champion driver and Wisconsin Short Track Hall of Famer Dan Source founded Source Services in 1988 with one truck, one employee, and a tireless work ethic. Through the dedicated work of Dan and his employees, Source Services LLC is southeastern Wisconsin's leading waste container rental company. Dropped and picked up by professionals, you can rent a dumpster for up to 60 days. Source Services sorts and recycles to reduce the amount of waste going into landfills. Go with the pros at sourceservices.com.
Eliminate the hassles of planning a trip to the races. Hook up with Boring Bob's escorted NASCAR racing tours. Boring Bob offers transportation, lodging, race tickets, nightlife, shuttle service, and more. Boring Bob knows all the back roads into and out of the racetrack to get you in and out fast. Pick one or pick them all. Go in style to Daytona, Bristol, Phoenix, Las Vegas, and more. He has decades of experience and industry contacts galore. You name the race, let Boring Bob do the rest. Call Boring Bob today to make plans now to go on one of Boring Bob's famous escorted NASCAR racing tours. Boring Bob's always at 414-321-1307. That's 414-321-1307.
Interstate Batteries. Outrageously dependable. Life is full of questions. Is the presentation ready for work tomorrow? Why is there so much traffic at 3 p.m. on a Tuesday? Are your in-laws visiting this weekend or next? You've got plenty of things to worry about. Whether your car will start shouldn't be one of them. With an outrageously dependable battery under your hood, you can cross one of those questions off your list, which gives you time to answer more things like,
are we there yet?
Interstate Batteries, delivering the most trustworthy source of power to the world since 1952.
The Racing Roundup Show is dedicated to showcasing grassroots racers and national stars of our sport. If you're a fan of NASCAR, four-wheel, two-wheel, road racing, drag racing, or the short track scene, you are in the right place. Welcome back to the Racing Roundup Show.
Glad to have you with us for our final show of our 41st season with you. We're hanging out here at Polly's Pub and Eatery. They do shuttles. They do it to concerts. They do it to other bars that have really cool bands. They do it to festivals. They no doubt will do it during Bucks playoff games. They'll do it during Brewers playoff games. I'm saying Bucks are going to be in the playoffs. You hear me? Yeah, Bucks haven't even started yet. They're going to be in the playoffs. Every home game for the Brewers, every home game for the Bucks. Get a shuttle here, pain-free, hassle-free. Come on in. Polly's has it going on all year long. Band 3-4 nights a week as well. So a lot of fun things happening here at Polly's Pub and Eatery, a great sponsor of our show. Hey, well, I'd like to take a moment now to thank our crew, whose tireless efforts make this show possible every week. Dave Schmall is our engineer for 4 decades in counting. We thank you, Dave, for everything you've done and have done. You make the show tick, so thank you, Dave, for your dedicated support. Really appreciate it. Could not do this show without you. Matt Rapina is our video, live feed, and TV show production guru. Matt, thank you for your added efforts, your expertise, your care. Thank you. Thank you, Greg Lapine, for helping with advertisers, guests, and everything possible. He feels crappy tonight, but guess what? He showed up to help us again tonight. So, Greg, thanks for every effort. Sam Trado for his technical help and social media. He's here cranking things out. He's a great help and a great asset to have on the program. He's been doing this before he could drive, and now he's still even driving to the show. So, Dad, I'm going to take my own car. Okay, I get it. Great guy. Love to have Sam involved in the program. Thank you to Sherry Prock for involvement in our website and social posts. Dean Strom for his contributions. We just heard from him doing the short track report. Thank you, Dean. He even filled in for me, as I mentioned. Bill Hollins added another dimension to our program, unparalleled in the Groove reports each and every week on our Tuesday show and our Saturday show. Thank you, Bill, for being part of the team. Also want to single out Mark Goodman, Bruce Blodgett, Jill Lapine, Faye Hendricks for their continued involvement behind the scenes, setting up, taking down, help with the prizes, race car parking, ticket distribution, photo taking, you name it. They've done a great effort here at the show. I want to thank them for their involvement. And to all of our significant others and their understanding for their support. It takes a lot to get this show going, and I just get to sit here and talk about it. But thanks to all of that crew and everybody involved in our program. The show is brought to you by our sponsor at Schleifer Auto Body in Lannon. It's Schleifer Auto Body and Sales. They can sell vehicles. They can fix any work truck or car. They work with all insurance companies. 4 generations of racers since 1974 are getting it done the right way. Schleifer Auto Body and Sales in Lannon. We now welcome in one of our newer sponsors, but you know what? It's been a new creation It's been a thought for a while now in practicality. It's in West Bend. It's called the Racing House. Welcome the man behind the efforts, Ben Morales. Ben, thanks for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being part of this show. You're a busy guy.
I'm a busy guy, yep.
So for those who don't know or haven't seen the commercial yet on our show, the Racing House is a one-of-a-kind experience. You have to be there. You could be with your friends. You can race with them. You can race with them on a simulator that could be a track you've never heard of, in a car you will never get to drive. But more importantly, you got some people at every skill level enjoying what you have built. What have you built here for those to enjoy?
Absolutely. No, you summarized it well. No, we're the first racing simulation company in the entire state. So we built Racing House right in West Bend on Highway 33, about 9 minutes down the road from Slinger Speedway. And I think you described it really well. From Formula One car at Spa to a super late model at Slinger to a Pro 4 truck at Crandon. All the tracks are in there, and it just brings out a great variety of different drivers and skill sets and everything. So
where did the passion start for you, and why did it become a reality finally? How did it become a reality? You said you worked in the financial world, you worked in HR. It's like, you know what? I got to do this.
Yeah, it was my hobby, and then I think COVID exacerbated just everyone being at home and futzing around with the things they like, and racing simulators have always been a passion of mine, and so essentially the stars aligned. My wife gave me the blessing, God bless, and we decided, hey, there's a great opportunity here to bridge the gap between motorsport and accessibility, because I think those things are vastly disconnected. And so we said, hey, let's build the first racing simulation center in the entire state, and we did it. So
I got to drive a C8 Corvette at Road America, which I was pretty excited about. He's like, what kind of car? I'm like, I got to go with the Corvette, man. I've seen them there, the official vehicle of Road America, right? So I got to do that. But I also know that you have people coming in that are now really racing cars. They are autocrossing. They are racing and club racing. They are racing like Josh Blicky in NASCAR. Want to come and check it out, maybe to fine-tune a few things before they go racing.
Yes, absolutely. A variety of different drivers and different platforms, different disciplines. Drivers that came in for IMSA Sports Car Weekend at Road America that say, hey, we're in a pinch. We need to use a simulator just to dial some things in with the setup. And so it's amazing. It really is.
It's easy to get totally engrossed in the wraparound screen. You have your own headset. You can talk to each other. But more importantly, you get so dialed in. It's so realistic.
It's so realistic. There was a professional driver recently who we were having a chat back and forth about some things, and he said, the software we use, which is iRacing, is about 85 to 90% accurate to what real life racing is. And so all things considered, it's amazing because all the tracks are laser scanned. Every bump in the road that you feel is the real feeling. So it's come a long ways from the old days of controller.
Each month, you actually have a competition.
Yes.
There's an oval and a road course. You want to set a lap. You want to be with the fastest 9 because those fast 9 are brought back in and invited to race it off to be who's the fastest, right?
Yep, that is correct. And actually, because the demand was so high, we had so many people trying to get in this fastest lap competition. We've now expanded it to 18 for oval and for road, and we almost are at the point where we could do 3 tiers worth of racing. And so every month we pick a car and track combination for both oval and for road racing. And how it works is if at the end of the month you're in the top 18 fastest lap times, we invite you to come back out and actually do a sprint shootout race live. And so then you're racing in person next to people and
in real time
against
them next to you or down the aisleway there.
That is correct, and these are from amateurs, from little Jimmy who might be 12 years old, sitting right next to a guy that races semi-professionally, in real life. And so because on a simulator at the end of the day, if lap time's lap time. It doesn't matter who you are or how old you are.
So bowlers usually are really good if they own a bowling alley. How good are you at your own racing house?
I'm okay. I'm okay. There's some guys in our pipeline that are world class, really world class, and I say that they run at the knife's edge of pace from a rating standpoint on iRacing, and so we're I think since we've built this center, the wolves have kind of come out and they've become a part of what we're building here. So,
and short track races like Jared Apel, he had the fastest oval lap I think in August.
Yep, he's won. I think he's won the last. Jared Apel's won the last 2 competitions at Racing House. So he's a good driver.
Yep. Yeah, not bad for a crew chief turned into a dirt legends guy. All of a sudden he's kicking butt on iRacing. That's awesome.
He kicks ass.
When it comes to the Racing House, though, the experience is kind of cool. When you walk in, you're like, okay, what's going on? Oh, you've got beer in the cooler. Oh, you've got soda over here. Oh, you got a place to hang out. I'm not just coming in like walking in, there's an experiential part of this. You can hang out and really kind of just take a break, or you do an hour session and your buddy comes in, you can hang out and have some fun too.
Yeah, absolutely. We do have a bar in there, and yes, you can enjoy a beverage while you're on a racing simulator. I think that is a great selling point.
Or in my case, try to wind down, man. I was pumped. I was so full of adrenaline when I was there. I'm like, I got to do more of this.
Yep.
Maybe a beer would kind of calm me down.
Yeah, absolutely. The corporate outings are great, the private parties, as well as the bachelor parties. It's just a great destination. And when I was designing the building, I wanted to make sure that it was a world-class sim racing facility, which is on par with some of the best sim racing teams and the facilities they have in the world. So.
The Racing House, HAUS, by the way, is online, theracinghouse.com. You're very active on socials. When it comes to people that want to go, whether it be just me trying to put a lap down, man, if I never get a chance to race Nürburgring in an F1 car, that ain't going to happen. But now I can take my buddy, we can race against each other. I don't have to sit on his machine and wait my turn and that kind of thing. The idea is you can do this as a group, or you can just do it as an individual to get better, right?
Yep, absolutely.
How often do you plan? How far ahead should we book to get some time?
Yeah, it's really easy. We do accommodate walk-ins, but the easiest way to do it is visit our website at www.theracinghouse.com. You can reserve your simulator online, and then when you show up, we essentially have it ready for you, and you can get rolling.
So is it a 1 hour session, 2 hour session? Is it a matter of laps? What would be the parameters that we want to look forward to and plan?
Yeah, you can either book an hour session or a 2 hour session.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. And what days are you open? What days do you want to stay home with your young family for a change?
Absolutely. Yeah, so we're open Tuesday through Sunday.
Okay.
Tuesday through Thursday, we're open from 4 till 10. Fridays and Saturdays from noon until 10, and then Sundays from noon until 6.
And when you post stuff on Facebook, it's like a party going on there, man. When it's rocking, and you've now expanded to say, if you're part of the car culture, guess what? We're doing car shows in the parking lot.
Yeah, so
you get some sweet Porsches and some McLarens and stuff showing up. I mean, this is kind of really fun.
Yeah, our car shows are one of a kind because you can pull up, your cool car.
Yeah.
You can have a beverage.
Yep.
But then you can go on inside and actually hop on a racing simulator, and so people love it. There's nothing like it in the States, so it's a good time.
And eventually, I'm guessing this will be a home base maybe for a league, like a league team, the Racing House. Is that something already in process where you're going to represent the Racing House in other events, or maybe even national events or international?
Yep. Yeah, we have some framework right now in the background. I want to give a big shout out to really two of the top minds that are helping me with this project. Alex Mungov, the CEO of Virtual Racing School. They helped start Porsche in Germany, and we're essentially trying to do the same thing here, as well as Matt Sten, the CEO of Track Racers. So they're big suppliers of this mission. And yes, we are building an elite esports racing team here, located right in West Bend, Wisconsin. I believe we are a hotbed of racing talent. I think, this gentleman here, unbelievable what he's been able to do. I think there's a lot of other kids and aspiring, drivers. And I think with the winter months, we're advantageous in a way because there's nothing to do in the winter. And so what do? You race. And so we are trying to build that sort of domestic esports racing house performance team that can compete against the best drivers in the world.
All right, that's it. I'm going to do it. In the off season, we call it the off season. I don't know what that means because I'm going to be going to the Chili Bowl, maybe. I'm going to be going to the Snowball Derby for sure, working with Flo. That's in December. Going to the PRI show, I know that, with Hoosier. But in reality, we got to have something for the show, right? The Racing RoundUp show has to be at the Racing House. Is there a way we can kind of schedule something, maybe have a fun night where people can come try it and hang out with me and see how bad I am?
Yeah, you're not too bad. You're fun. No, I think for sure. We've talked about it, and I think we'll get something rolling at Racing House. I think it's the most logical thing to do.
It's a lot of fun. You don't have to be good at it, believe me. Believe me, you don't have to be good at it. But the reality is, when I was in that chair, Ben's like, okay, here's your car, here's your settings, go. But others can come in and put and literally any setting they want on their car to try it.
Yep.
In the best equipment you can possibly find.
Yeah, you can adjust the setup, the suspension setup. You can adjust every way it feels, and so it's authentic at the end of the day.
Great word, great way to say it. The authentic experiences at the Racing House in West Bend. TheRacingHouse.com is the website. Reserve your time before I do, and look for our socials to push out the idea that we're going to have some fun with you in West Bend coming up in the next couple of months. Ben, thanks a lot for your support.
Thanks so much.
Thanks for spending the passion, time, and effort to do this and be part of our show.
I appreciate it. Thank
Ben
you.
Ben Morales at the Racing House, everybody. Thank you, Ben. We're going to be coming back. Actually, we're going right now to a guy who's smiling. Right now, he's smiling in the audience. He's wearing an AF Speedway, Adams Friendship Speedway T-shirt. The track's not been around for a while now, but he got in the groove of talking about a track he loved watching as a kid growing up. Matter of fact, we're going to a track that he loved covering this past weekend, Marshfield Motor Speedway. Let's go to our Johnson & Sons Paving in the Groove segment with Bill Holland from Marshfield right now.
Hi, I'm Bill Holland in the Groove at Marshfield Motor Speedway. We're here for the annual Fall Shootout. This is the season finale here at the Big Half Mile. Traditionally, it's the biggest event of the season here at Marshfield, and it's looking that way early on, with more than 100 race cars in the pits. Four-time State Park Speedway champion Mark Mackesy is among the drivers who ran the inaugural fall event here back in the 90s.
When this thing first started in the 90s, it was like a mini Oktoberfest. They served breakfast up at the bar, and people would come on Friday night and stay till Sunday.
Former track champion John Beal makes the 2-hour haul from Verona with a lot of wins here to show for the effort.
It's a big show. Really happy for Wayne Brevik and the whole Marshfield Speedway team. And we've had a lot of luck. We were pretty good here up until Tundra Race a couple weeks ago and didn't do well there. And we're suffering on speed today, but Dalton Zier and myself and the whole team will keep cracking at it.
In the 2-car, a driver change, with two-time ASA Midwest Tour champ Gabe Summers wheeling Jared DeBoer's championship-winning ride.
No points on the line. There's nothing really on the line, so just go and have a good time and enjoy the track, and really thank Jared and his dad and the crew for letting me drive the car.
A number of racers from Norway Speedway in Michigan's Upper Peninsula have made the trip over to Marshfield. Among them, Abby Yell in the 197.
Honestly, a great track so far. Like, the people down here, great. You guys have a great environment, a very welcoming environment, a matter of fact.
For local driver Kyle Jeanette in the 711, it's a much shorter drive, but he's doing double duty, racing the super late model and his sportsman car.
The goal is to try to finish top 5 with both cars. This is the goal. I mean, I think it's maybe a little out there, but I think it's doable with a little luck.
With more than a dozen championships in his career, Mark Eswine's always a contender, and the Wisconsin Rapids veteran is fastest in qualifying.
We've been running up front the few times we've come here this year, so I'm really hoping to have a good showing today. The weather's beautiful, end the year on a good note, and it feels good as a driver to bring here with a good, well-prepared car.
We've got a lot of racing action today and a side-by-side battle for the lead in our first sportsman heat. Rick Byer out of Wisconsin Rapids in the 18 on the inside. Mark Chalet on the outside in the 13 car. Coming to the checkers, it's Chalet taking the win by a nose. In the second sportsman heat, that is Brad Blanker out front. He raced here 30 years ago in the first pavement race at Marshfield. Now at 55, he's back in a sportsman car and a heat race winner, chasing Rookie of the Year honors.
Things have changed a lot in the last 30 years since 1995, since we were out here last. A lot more expensive. Track is older and rougher to get a hold of. Track was brand new back in 1995, and yeah, it's just been a real treat being able to come back and do this.
Our first super late model heat is the Dash for Cash. Wyatt Brooks and Carter Christensen on the front row. Travis Fulham and Gabe Summers right behind. John Beal and Mark Eswine starting in the back. It's Brooks, the two-time Golden Sands champion, out front. But watch John Beal on the inside. He's trying to move from 4th up to 2nd in half a lap. Mission accomplished, and Beal's not done. The former Marshfield champion making the pass on Brooks and taking the dash.
We're getting to the end of the year. Everyone's trying to get their wins in, and a lot of cars here today, and hopefully full stands, and we'll see what we can do.
Our next heat is a border battle. Wausau's Mark Mackesy in the 12, trying to chase down race leader Joey Stankiewicz in the 99 car. Mackesy has a lot of laps here in his 30-plus years of racing, but it's Stankiewicz, the newlywed from northern Michigan, taking the win.
It doesn't get much better than that. You know, just married, got to win my first race as a husband. First race as a husband. So, man, it's just can't be more thankful for the blessings and all the good people. This track's just so much fun.
In our final heat, mechanical issues have slowed Brandon Sisko in the 48 for much of the season, but nothing is slowing the young driver out of nearby Stratford today. Cisco in the incredibly bright 48 car out front and flying, taking the checkers with an eye on the 50-lap feature.
We're going to have to adjust for weather conditions as far as I think by the time we start feature racing it'll be a lot colder and track will tighten up a little bit. So, we'll probably adjust a little bit for that, but other than that, I think we'll probably leave it alone.
Our first feature of the day, the automotive eye candy that is vintage racing. 13 cars taking the green flag in the first of twin features for the vintage drivers. This one in memory of Marshfield track founder and longtime promoter Jim Langreck. Up front, it's Jason Stark in the 02 Torino. Sean Herzog runs second in the 21 Plymouth. Coming to the checkers, it's Stark taking the win in the car wheeled for many years by longtime Illinois driver Woody Poole.
Like I said, we bought this from Woody Poole, would have been last year, right after Father's Day, and honestly I haven't changed anything on it. We literally just put the 2 back tires on it right now. Other than that, it's had the same tires and everything that Woody raced on it.
In the second feature, Wausau Sean Herzog puts the number 21 Barracuda in victory lane. Our sportsman feature has 20 cars, the biggest field for this division here in a long time. But the battle for the lead is a 2-car fight. Jason Stark doing double duty tonight in the 48 car. Point leader Bobby Trzynski Jr. trying to cap off a championship season with a fall shootout win. And the leaders get together. Bobby T and Stark both spin. Kyle Jeanette in a dirt car that last raced on the clay 3rd mile at Outagamie Speedway, your winner.
Probably 6 times this year we lost races the last lap or out of turn 4, so it was finally good to be on the other end. Hate it for them guys, they were definitely faster than me, but sometimes you just got to be lucky.
Trzynski will cross the line and take his first track championship.
A lot of emotions to be racing now, with my dad's name, carry on that tradition, have it be his birthday, and win my first track championship. I'm tearing up just thinking about it. I had my kids here, had fast time. We had a car fast enough to win, but just didn't fall our way.
We've got a 3-car battle for the lead in the Legends. Carl Jeanette leads in the 28. Marshfield's Elliott Weiler runs second ahead of Robbie Carter in the 87. Weiler can win the championship if he wins the race. Right now, Carter holds the point lead. And that's how they finish, with Carl Jeanette taking his 5th feature of the year at Marshfield.
Marshfield is kind of like my home track, and I raced here for probably, since I started my racing career. And, the stands have been hit and miss over the years, and like tonight it was a pretty packed house, and whenever there's a packed house, you always want to just put on a show and win.
Joey Stankiewicz in the 99 and Jason Wells in the 31 bring us to green for 50 laps in the super late model main event. A pair of Norway Speedway regulars up front at the start. Wells with the lead. Dylan Mackesy up to second in the 93. And last year's track champion goes around. Brandon Cisco goes high. Travis Vollm has nowhere to go. He's in the wall and we're under caution. Back to green with Cisco, the young driver out of nearby Stratford, leading. Kyle Jeanette runs second in the 7-11. That car owned by track promoter Wayne Brevik. John Beal runs third in the 5. And Beal's on the move. The veteran out of Verona, Wisconsin is very good here at Marshfield, and he is making his way to the front. John Beal with the lead. And the 5 is pulling away. Beal, a former champion here out front, with fast qualifier Mark Eswine now up to second in the 71. And a spin in turn 2. Scott Getzloff going around in the 30. Caution is out. No surprise, this one is shaping up to be a showdown between Beal in the 5 and Eswine in the 71. These 2 big winners here over the years. Will anyone else figure into the mix? Spin in 4. Kyle Jeanette going around. He was running third. We'll get ready for another restart. Beal and Eswine leading the way. These 2 red and black cars have set the pace all night long. Behind the leaders, Dylan Mackesy is on the move, passing the slowing 7-11 car for third place, with Wyatt Brooks right behind in the 25. And caution again, the 7-11 stalling on the racetrack. We'll restart with 3 laps to go. John Beal and Mark Eswine continuing their battle for the top spot. Beal hasn't flinched all night, and he'll hold off the 71 one more time. Coming to the checkers, it's John Beal taking the Cranberry Harvest 50 at Marshfield Motor Speedway.
The coolest part about the night is myself and Mark Eswine ran a clean race side by side. A lot of restarts, even got underneath me once and let me go, and that's really cool. That's been happening a lot lately, and I'm really excited about that.
Congratulations to our feature winners and our track champions on a very big night at Marshfield Motor Speedway. I'm Bill Holland. Thanks for watching. Thanks to everyone who makes our program possible, especially our sponsor, Johnson & Sons Paving. We'll see you next time we go in the groove on the Racing Roundup Show.
How about a big hand for Bill Holland and all the efforts put forth there. Thank you, Bill. That was a lot of fun watching it.
That was a lot of fun doing it.
It was a blast. It's been a blast all season.
Absolutely.
Look for some more content from Bill Holland's archives. It could be from last week or from 10 years ago. We're looking at maybe doing some cool things on Racing Roundup on our YouTube channel, so stay tuned to our socials, and I'll convince him to do more of the cool stuff that we get to see each and every Tuesday night now that we're heading into our off season. Looking forward to seeing you real soon, Bill, with something cool.
We'll work something out.
I want to thank all of our staff. I want to thank our supporters, our sponsors especially. I want to thank all the drivers for making time, all the series promoters, the racetracks for doing what they can to get their word out about their events. And thank you for sharing our passion for motorsports. We love doing this program. We could not do it without the great support of our sponsors. Please support them. On our website is our logo. Click on them, link on them, say it's heard about it on the show. Our website, racingroundupshow.com. Our socials at Racing Roundup on Facebook, on Twitter and Instagram. The Racing Roundup Show on Facebook. Got to tell you, it's been a lot of fun. Been a lot of fun, and we want you to tell your friends to continue to like and follow our show on Facebook, as well as we'll continue to update you with some cool stuff coming up in the very near future. For the final time in 2025, remember, set your DVR, support your local racetracks, and have at it, racers. Thanks again for the ride.
We hope you enjoyed tonight's show. Remember to tell your friends and watch our 30-minute TV show on Milwaukee's CW18 this Saturday morning at 11:30. Like our show on Facebook, follow and interact with us on X and Instagram at Racing Roundup. Join the racing crowd at our live show and win prizes. For our latest show schedule and to watch all of our shows on demand, visit our website, racingroundupshow.com. We are delivering fresh content every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Central. Until next time, race fans, on behalf of our entire crew, this is Dean Strom reminding you to support your local racetracks, set your DVRs, have at it, racers.